off to the show, man. Still to the soul with the show, and till then his head won't open. Sometimes go taste like a snowman. No proof I'm alive by the motor. No proof. Like I always wanted him, I never hated him, I never traded him, I never did, I never ever traded him. You know what is a star? Like another city, the driver's like Florida. Gucci got large, so many more. 10 in the more, never a bar. Hey, 10 in the more, 2 to the P. Nothing to you, but it's something to me. Handsome as ever, and cute as can be. You can watch on YouTube with you for free. Hey, this one time for the Twitch. This one time for the text. This one time for the phone line. Whole time, what they gonna do next?
You know, I just wish you guys would stop the quibbling.
Sports world is wacky and wild this time of year, and so is traffic here in South Florida. Apparently, the interstate is shut down due to some craziness. So Tobin and Vlad are both a little bit delayed. I am Dan Day. We've got an all New Orleans show right now. Leroy Ward joining me right now as we wait for Tobin and Vlad to get in. Leroy, where you at?
I'm good, man. I'm good. A little chilly, but it's a welcome thing. It feels nice in Florida. This is the time in Florida you long for all season, from like October till March or April, right? There's no better weather in the country. There's not.
I'm telling you, it's hockey weather, it's football weather. Did it help when it was a little crisper when you played like in Cleveland? I know you played indoors a lot in Minnesota, but did it help play football, take the hits or give the hits?
There's a fine line. So between, I would say 45 and 55 is perfect. You can run all day. You don't sweat as much, but it's not too cold that you can't take deep breaths. When it gets in the 30s and the 20s and the teens, your chest doesn't expand. So when you try to take a deep breath, you can't really do it. Not to mention all the hits, and I've seen guys with tears in their eyes because they got stepped on and it was 10 degrees. And all you can do is sympathize. You know that, like, nobody can ever know, but you sympathize with the guy.
Yeah, I feel that, man. Sometimes your eyes, it gets so cold it's hard to blink and all that stuff. And you did it in Cleveland because Cleveland apparently has god-awful weather.
Well, Cleveland's the only place that have you know how you have the showers in Florida where you come in and you'll just have one of those deep clouds come across the state and it pour for like 10 minutes. Well, in Cleveland, you have in Buffalo, you have lake effect snow. So basically the same thing, but those clouds will come off and it'll be a sunny day. I've gone in at halftime and it was sunny, come back and we had crop dust, snow on the ground, and you could hear the fans going crazy.
You don't have to worry about that tonight because the Miami Heat are indoors at the Kaseya Center hosting the Cleveland Cavaliers again, an instant classic the other night. Now, no Bam Adebayo, no Evan Mobley, and no Donovan Mitchell. But, Leroy, these two teams, they don't seem to like each other very much.
Yeah, and one of the things is sometimes you got to look at the game to understand how realistic people are with their complaints. You shoot 65 threes, you can't then complain about the fouls, right? They shot 65 threes. They had 120 shots, right? So in contrast, all Miami did was go to the rim. So the style of game that both teams played was indicative to the disparity in fouls. But to complain about that and then go, at your other team and say, hey, you guys are getting all the calls, that's a bit unrealistic. Oh, hey, buddy.
Dude, whoa.
Yeah, the JFig situation?
No, because I wasn't just laissez-faire late. I was late because all of the roads were shut down, It wasn't like the train's there. It was one of those things where it was like 95, you like get to a point and it's just like, hey, 95, all lanes shut down. You're like, cool. Then it was like, oh, I started I was going Sawgrass, and Sawgrass was like, no, not today. You're not. And then so you have to go 95, and it's like, yeah, that's not happening either. So then you take the back streets, and everybody's taking the back streets. And so you're just like, well, old lady can't get across the street. We're all just stuck here. You know what I mean? So,
what sucks about taking back streets is when you get to a light and it takes you 3 lights to get through that light. I'm like, come on.
I actually was like, I thought it was going to be the dreaded turn of death over here. That was going to get me, but whatever. I know what everybody loves. People love traffic talk, but I am glad that you guys started off talking about those coward Cavaliers today, huh?
Oh,
Like, what kind of, can I just say, the NBA is off to a really good start this year. You know, I think it's been a fun year. I think the teams are exciting. But man, if you want to talk about why people just are turned off by this league, you're resting Evan Mobley and Donovan Mitchell for what? It's November. They've been in town all week. What are they tired from? And then this Donovan Mitchell has the audacity to go to a Kentucky-Louisville game yesterday. And I'm like, so let me get this straight. This guy sits there talking about, and I like Donovan Mitchell, okay? It's not just him. It's an epidemic around the league. But you have this great matchup. This team kicked your ass. You guys did nothing but whine about it. And now you just want to tuck tail and be like, nah, we'll play our guys if we win, house money game. If we don't, no bigs. Who can stomach that? I'm just so disappointed in the Cavaliers for not having the stones to sit here and play a game. What's the deal with that?
Who cares? Get the dub.
No, I disagree, dude. First of all, who cares? I don't know, fans who want to see a good game.
No, I understand. I understand that
it doesn't turn your stomach to be like, you're resting in November.
No,
you're not. Let me do. Dude, let me tell you something. And we all were sick of it, right?
Right.
When he's not hurt, Mobley is 24. Well, how old is Evan Mobley? He's a baby. What is he getting rest for? For what?
Hey, you know the way I look at it? That ain't my problem. That's the Cavs' problem. So why are you like? What do you care? What they do with their roster?
Well, one I like to watch. That was that not an entertaining game the other night?
My goodness, yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. As a fan of basketball, Dan Day, you like good games?
I think I do.
I like good games. But when you pay tickets to watch it, you like good games? Yeah. Respectfully, I don't want to see Sam Merrill shoot 40 times.
I don't care as long as we win.
I get you.
Right.
Okay, you don't, but it's also like, I don't even understand. What do you mean you're resting? You're like, okay, Darius Garland's hurt. What's wrong with Donovan Mitchell? What's wrong with him?
He probably got that little hangover from the
what's wrong with him? Like, I don't even understand this. We're resting and they're not guys with injury histories. What are we doing? So I don't know. I just thought it was lame. And like, okay, rest one guy. Rest Donovan Mitchell. Mobley? What's he need rest for? He barely got his driver's license. What are we talking about?
Again, you worry about other people's problems.
I'm not worried about other people. I want the Heat to play good basketball games, good tests against good basketball teams. I do find this stuff valuable. And the Cavaliers, I get it. You guys, they've been to 0 conference finals since LeBron James left. I get it. They've had they haven't had long playoff runs. No. Okay. So, they must be worn down. Like, the Panthers resting people is one thing. The Cavs? Even the Thunder. All right, you guys got to the final. You earn it. But do the Cavs? No, they don't do that. Somebody's hurt. Jalen Williams has been hurt all year. I just, what are we doing in this league? What are we? You guys make, some of you, I hate to make this about money. Some of these people make $60 million. People are going to get to a point where these guys get $1 million a game. And the bulk, the vast majority of that is people tuning in to television to watch these games. And they're just like, well, we got to rest in November for the potential that we play all the way in April and June.
You realize this might be a first that somebody is complaining about the other team sitting players.
Because I understand. I want good competition for the Heat, and I think this is a soft move by the Cavaliers, especially after their coach makes this dog and pony show the other day. Oh, he didn't get the respect. So what are you doing? You're giving a middle finger to the league, Kenny Atkinson? You're just a child? You're literally taking the ball and going home? Now, obviously the Heat are going to lose tonight because that's just how this is going to turn out. Classic look ahead game. They're going to.
But my question is you've put more pressure on the Heat. You realize that?
Not really.
Why
No.
not? Because what happens if the Cavs win?
Then classic look ahead again. It's not really more pressure. It's just a disappointment. Like not one thing has to do with the other. I get it. Like they can worry about their own stuff, but like, what has that team done to earn looking out for their own stuff? And again, just Leroy. It's November and they've been in the same city for a week.
Yeah.
What are they resting? I know
again. I never even thought about the reasons as to why. I always just looked at it as, all right, let's just beat them.
Yeah,
which is it's still basketball. There's no guarantee.
Yeah, there's no guarantees, and we can get to that. But like, I think everybody was looking forward to that. Was that not an epic game?
Absolutely.
Well, man, I'd love to see that again.
I'm not even arguing that. It's just a bit weird that you're arguing about the other team sitting players.
Weird. I don't think it's weird. I think it's weird that they're resting their entire team in November. And I know they got a game in Cleveland tomorrow, but like,
well, they're going, wait. Don't they, and you're saying so that doesn't have anything to do with it? They go back to back?
Yeah, but like you've been in the same city. You haven't been trapped.
But then
it would be one thing.
Wait. See, I was not aware of this. So they have to play tonight.
Yep.
And then play tomorrow in Cleveland.
They got Toronto. They get a game against Toronto tomorrow.
And so if this were your team and you had like Jimmy Butler or somebody, one of these next two games they would be sitting, right?
And again, I've said already, I could see doing one guy. Like if you want to do Spida, fine. You're resting the whole team.
Right, I got you.
The whole team.
So it's not that they're doing it, it's who they're doing it with.
They're doing it with everybody. They've rested all stars.
I'm just saying.
I just like
I don't know. This is a standard. This is not a this is a standard thing. Back to back.
It's an unbecoming thing. It's an unbecoming thing. Like everybody's doing this card. And by the way, no, it doesn't save anybody because look, we've never had more injuries than we do in the playoffs. We've had how many guys?
It almost seems like in every sport, the more you try to protect a player for the long haul, the quicker he gets hurt. Right? They do it with pitchers in baseball. They do it in basketball. And even with all those nights off during the season, it always seems like bodies are breaking down when you get into June.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe we ought to prepare our bodies for it instead of trying to rest our body because I mean, you go back, 15, 20 years? If somebody didn't play at least 75 of 82, you were shocked.
Yeah.
And nope, we never had this many injuries during playoffs.
Yeah, look, ultimately your point's right. I'd rather the Heat just TCB tonight rather than get drubbed by a better Cavs team. But man, I don't know. I'm enjoying the season. I enjoyed the hell out of that game. Would love to see it again. And now I guess we got to go make sure we don't lose to Sam Merrill.
The crazy thing is that while we sitting here talking, I'm thinking like this. This is where they make the mistake. And this is a slight on what I think they think of the Heat. Because if you get to the end of the year, right, and that head-to-head matchup matters, and it's because you sat your whole team when you played that team,
right?
Then you could look back and say, dummy. Right?
I guess. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, because how many times we look at all the damn tiebreakers at the end of the year, head to head and conference, but we do it all the time. So I would have more of a problem if I'm a Cavs fan saying, why wouldn't you try to get this split? I don't care if you got to sit them tomorrow, but why you don't try to get this split? Because you obviously know it looks like they're going to be in the mix some kind of way at the end. And it would suck that these two games mattered this much because you sat your guys.
JP says 10 threes incoming from Dean Wade.
Oh my goodness.
By the way, have you seen speaking of Petty Watch, have you seen how miserable the Warriors are?
Hey.
And
can I tell you what can I tell you what they're probably saying? we give Jimmy all that money for him to be the guy when Steph is out, and we don't need 10 and 10.
Yeah, especially if Steph has a down night. And my favorite thing ever is I love that the Warriors are learning like this move, which is Jimmy Butler loses a game where he scores 12 points and he's like, we need to defend better.
Right.
I'm just like, yeah.
Like if there's one thing that was absolutely drove me bonkers with Jimmy, right, is that he wanted to be the guy, but he didn't always want to do the guy stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So he wanted to give you 12 and 12 and 10 and 5, and the team needed him to score 30. Right? That's the part that drove me crazy. Now, I say this with Tyler. Tyler may not play all the games well, but he certainly understood that he was in there to score. So, yep, hey,
it's great. They're furious.
Go ahead. You want to say it, or you want me to say it for you?
Go ahead.
May have dodged the bullet with that extension.
Perhaps.
You right now, if Jimmy Butler was on this team, your ass would be miserable. And you think you're complaining about other teams. Imagine that complaining about your own team.
I can't live in hypotheticalville. I'll just enjoy the ride right now.
Tobin, stop it.
We'll take a break.
Stop it.
Back with more for this. And welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. We take you guys up until 2 here on the show. Miami Heat back on the hardwood tonight against the Cavaliers. The return of Vice Nights. And also want to let you guys know the Heat offering fans value deals like the $6 pizza deal, 4 pizzas, chips, and waters, and a $4 hot dog deal, 4 hot dogs, popcorn, and drinks. Grab and go stands on the 400 level. They also have $3 sodas, $8 beers, $3 snacks. Kids can enjoy a $15 Bernie meal with a hot dog or chicken nuggets, a souvenir cup, fruit snacks, and a silicone bracelet. For information on food and beverage deals, visit CaseaCenter.com. Get it going tonight. I saw you text it. Yeah, Vlad, I was aware, by the way, Vlad, it's a back-to-back. I know.
Nah, listen.
There's a couple things that don't sit well with me. Okay?
Good. Welcome. Hi, everyone. Sorry for me being late. I was also caught in the traffic.
Dude, it's crazy. I also didn't know I guess they're doing a memorial for a cop. Is that why 95 was shut down? That's apparently why. I saw it only in date. I didn't know that. But yes, all of 95 has been shut down for it. Because there was an officer lost. I think it was in Kendall this past week. It was a really tragic story. He's like 27 years old.
Oh, man.
He was just doing a random traffic stop or something like that. But anyway,
thoughts and prayers.
That's part of the reason, I guess, why it was shut down. It's not an accident. The sawgrass was an accident. So just a wild day all around. But I'm aware it's about the thing that doesn't sit well with me. Like if we're going to do these series, right? Like these little mini series the NBA is going to do, it just doesn't look good. Like you lose and then you're just like, I don't want to do the next game.
Yeah,
like if they didn't play the Heat, then I would be like, all right, whatever. You guys,
Leroy, you nailed it. Well, I was
whatever.
Leroy, you nailed it. Here's what's happening. After a great victory on Monday night, Tobin wants to beat them again, right? But he doesn't
want to give them the Tobin excuse.
Right. So he doesn't want to let down. He doesn't want to let down. And if the Cavs beat the Heat without their guys, then people are going to start questioning, hey, how you lose to the Cavs without Donovan Mitchell and Evan Mobley? You understand what I'm saying? Right now, they hit a high and a ride. Now, listen, I was all supporting you until I looked at the schedule. I'm like, well, wait a minute. They've been in Miami for like 5 days. They got a home game. They have a home game in Toronto. So if I'm going to play, you're going to play for your fans, aren't you? You're going to play for your home fans.
Or, I mean, you could play them both. I mean, it's November.
Because at least you see
3 games in 4 nights in November.
It's November. Yeah, well, that's the basketball schedule. There's a lot of games. We're all aware of this. This is not a new thing.
Are you going to get mad if Spo does that?
Who's he doing that with in this team?
Bam.
I'm just saying. He'll do. Bam's hurt, but he would definitely do it with Bam. He would do it with Tyler. He would do it with. He might do it with Wig. He might do it with. He can do it.
How many do you think he's going to do it in November? It's not
I
exactly.
I don't know, but that's their problem.
All right, whatever.
Like, why are you getting all?
I don't give a rat's ass about a game in November, to be quite honest.
I'm having fun. Like here's the thing: is we've gotten into this thing with basketball, which annoys me, is that we're always thinking about what's going to happen in the spring.
But you didn't do that when Jimmy was here. You didn't pitch this much of it. No, you didn't. You said that's just Jimmy. That's just Jimmy.
Jimmy missed most of his games though by knick-knack injuries. There were the games where he just rested. Just as just rest.
Oh, like when he went to see tennis.
I said over the 4 years, yeah, you could probably pick out some games for sure, but most of the time he gets banged up and he misses, a handful of games. He does get legitimate injuries, and he likes to come back when he's a hundy. He's not pushing through it. If Donovan Mitchell had an injury, okay. If he was banged up, fine. They're not even doing that. They're just like, yeah, rest. What are we doing? If he had something, okay.
I mean,
listen, he's all right. No, I'll give him credit on the Donovan Mitchell point. You can't be going to a Louisville, Kentucky game and then say that you can't play. That's a bad look. So if you went to Louisville and Kentucky, then flew all the way back to Miami, and then you're not playing, that's bad. Because
what if he knew? Wait, Vlad. What if he knew he wasn't playing beforehand?
But he probably did. But here's the thing.
It's a bad look. Because the last point, like Bam missed practice. Bam went to Asia's games ceremony and still took an overnight flight to get back to practice. Like you can. So when you see one club,
which he definitely has the credentials to miss a practice if he wanted
in
to
preseason,
right? But I think from my standpoint, it's like, all right, that even if they were if they had Orlando than Miami, I would get it more. It'd be like, okay, you don't want to they're not traveling. They've been here. Like, and now he's putting even more travel on his body to go sit his ass and watch a Louisville game. You know, so
It was
whatever.
a good game. They won.
Did they?
Yeah, put a lot of points.
All right. They got that the Louisville one?
Louisville beat Kentucky.
What about that intangibles for Kentucky? Did he fly have another dunk?
Nah, I don't know. I don't remember there was another dunk, but those guys, they were scoring up and down.
Crazy, man. But whatever. Yes, obviously, task at hand. Task at hand.
You better not lose. Don't lose.
Hey, I agree. Don't lose.
But Tobin put this on him.
I would have put it on him either way.
Either way.
Yeah, I'm gonna be even if they were playing, I want them to go and
how about this? In all fairness to all parties, if everybody was active, you would say, man, if we can get a split with these Cavs, we done did good.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
But I got greedy. I want them both.
But that's fine. If they choose not to play their players and we get a sweep, who cares how you got it?
Stun Steve says
again, this is going to play out at the end of the year, and everybody's going to start looking at those head-to-head battles, and you're going to say, oh, did he have the advantage over the Cavs? Oh, remember that game? Like, yeah, then it'll come back. But that's not of our concern.
It's not, but I think that like this isn't like I get it. The Cavs feel like they've proven themselves, and I get it. They have bludgeoned the Heat by a record margin, but it's a different Heat team. Got Nolan Powell now. They got some things going for him, and I just thought like, you know, you're tucking tail. Like that's how it's gonna go.
I think you worry about the wrong stuff.
I agree with you, Leroy.
Yeah, you worry about. You came in here hot about the other team sitting players.
Remember when, like, you know, like Joel Embiid would do this? I don't think he's played like a game in Denver for like 5 years.
LeBron did it down here.
Oh, and he got killed for it.
Yeah,
because it was like, oh, that's you're gonna duck out on the Miami game, dude. Really? Like the you're gonna duck out on a team that you won championships with? And then he was all like, because they chanted LeBron is tired. It was a weak sauce move. But that wasn't even this. This is the thing that's crazy about it. The NBA. See, this is the thing that I don't like, right? And I'm a little surprised you're defending it because you're the guy who says in the preseason, hey, play football. Play football, get ready for football.
Sure.
We're not playing basketball, and that's going to get you ready for basketball.
But football is different, though.
But here's the thing. NBA specifically did this, playing the same team in the same week.
So you wouldn't be tired.
To make it easier on the players. And even still, the leagues,
but they still put them on a back-to-back.
But a back-to-back, they didn't travel anywhere for a week.
No. They got a game tomorrow.
Right.
It doesn't matter. They haven't been anywhere since Sunday.
Well, what does that have to do with back-to-back? It's still a back-to-back.
They didn't go city to city and then they have a back-to-back. They've been literally toes in the sand.
No, they got to go from Miami to Cleveland in a back-to-back.
It's kind of been breezy, so I don't know if they're toeing the sand.
Toes in the sand. Let me tell you something. When they get to Cleveland, frostbite toes.
Yeah. Hey, I don't mess with that. Listen, once I start living in Florida, beaches anywhere in the interstates just aren't the same.
I'll tell you what the star tonight will be, that Vice Court. They put out that new Vice Court yesterday. Whew.
You got a picture?
I'll get us a picture. Okay. It looks good. It looks they
you
like.
Think if this was a nationally televised game, these guys would play?
Well, that's another thing. That was another thing that pissed me off yesterday.
Oh my goodness. What are you doing, dude, that night?
What do you mean? Just living my life.
You get mad about the wrong stuff.
I can compartmentalize and get mad about many a things. So don't worry about it, dude.
Okay.
And stay focused.
You know what's happening? The vibes are good down here, South Florida, sports-wise. That's what's happening. A week ago, everybody was down and out. Then after that thrilling win on Monday, Panthers win on Monday, Hurricanes win on Monday, and then you got the news about the Hurricanes and the rankings yesterday. Yeah, everybody's got their peak, their chest is out. They're peacocking right now. That's why he's all angry at everything.
But wouldn't I be not angry if everything was good?
Everything's good, but no, you want to know. You know how you feel about the Heat. Out of all the sports babies you have, the Heat are your favorite.
I'm just very confused by this because it's like, so the news happened yesterday. ESPN dropped the Miami Heat against the Warriors, Jimmy Butler's return here. which was supposed to be next Wednesday, was supposed to be on ESPN. And they were like, nah, no thanks. We're going Cavs Rockets. And I'm like, wait a minute. The Heat are playing great basketball. They already didn't have any games. You're dropping them. Now I'm going to be there. I don't care. I'm not watching it on TV. But I'm like, what did the Heat do to deserve to get that game dropped? They've been playing great. They've beaten two of the best teams in the East. They're flying high right now. What are you dropping them against the Warriors for? That's a juicy story.
See what I mean?
I don't get that. That's weird.
Because is Steph playing?
Steph is back. He played
that
last
was
night.
well, that was my I did schedule diving on that one, and I was like, do they think that they're not? Do they think the Warriors are going to duck out on that one? Because that's, I think, the last game of a 6-game road trip for them, and I think it's the second night of a back-to-back.
Ain't no way in hell Jimmy playing.
He better play.
Wait. It's the second night of a back-to-back.
Second night of a back-to-back.
Atlanta, Miami,
Orlando, Miami. It's Orlando, Miami. It's the last of a. They got New Orleans.
There is no way
Orlando,
Jimmy wouldn't
Miami.
play those games with the Heat.
Well, let me. Then he better sit against Orlando.
Well, wait a minute.
He better sit against. You better sit against Orlando if you need some rest for that for those footies.
They might have to play. I don't know if you heard Draymond Green yesterday after the beatdown they took to the Thunder.
They're very
It
negative.
sounded
right
like
now.
he was talking about particular players.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I don't know which
I'm gonna
particular
tell you, he
player.
talking about Jimmy.
You see.
Well,
we all know. We all know.
Leroy-
Listen, we are familiar with the work.
this is the
We're
thing.
familiar with Jimmy's work, except here's the deal. That's a championship team that do things in a championship way, right?
Mhm.
They're like, no,
If he can't duck, he can't duck the Heat return.
dude.
He can't do it.
He already played, didn't he?
He did.
So
But
then
you can't duck that return.
yes,
Sorry,
you can. If I did the first
No.
time, I don't have to play a second time.
dude. He can't duck that game. He can't duck that game.
How many times has LeBron ducked?
He did it twice. He did.
Okay.
He did. And he took his ass kicking on the chin. But I didn't like it anyway. He shouldn't duck it. It's the grandpatty of them all.
Y'all not forgetting about one thing.
Hmm?
South Florida, it's Miami.
And
They talk to their probably coaches, the people that they need to. Like, look, man, this is the last night of Miami. We're flying back to San Francisco. Let's enjoy the night. They're gonna sit them.
this is the court, by the way. That's new. Got some palm
nice.
trees on the sides, and then they got the new Heat logo there in the vise.
I will give it. That color is nice.
It is nice.
Yeah.
Those are good. Top notch. Michael McCullough and the crew.
I'm not a hater.
How could you hate on those jerseys? They're great.
Hey,
But yeah, that annoyed me.
I gotta tell you, you
What?
have gone
Mhm.
from 30 to 80 because this sounds like an old man's conversation.
I
and
know.
a complaint.
I
The
understand.
problem is that here's where I have a problem. I get everything you saying, and I understand it, and I've agreed with you. But you didn't complain about this when Jimmy was doing it here. I was.
Yeah, but it's not. I don't think it's apples to apples. because
Really? Really?
think-
The guy never played more than 65 games.
I don't think it's apples to apples because the rare the times that I feel like Jimmy Butler ducked a matchup just because they were taking on a contender. Like when Jimmy Butler was here, the Heat would take on all comers. I don't remember Jimmy Butler ever ducking a Boston game.
But you don't like because they gave good reasons?
Huh?
They gave good reasons why he wasn't playing? You
In
don't know
November?
that?
I don't know,
Like,
dude. I mean, we all remember.
like he mysteriously got the bubble guts?
Yeah, we know he had the one tennis game that he had. I get it.
Yeah, but you don't know if those stories are like they're doing it for him to sit him a bunch.
But they're not. They're just giving a day off for what?
Right.
For
Okay.
what?
Because they got a back to
And
back.
both of them. I'll tell you one thing Spo's never done. He's never rested the entire team unless they've had something clinched. That's never happened in the history of the Heat.
I got you. I'm just like I'm like floored by this conversation.
I don't think it's that crazy.
Okay.
Because it's not even again, dude. If the conversation was just Spida, okay. Spida and Mobley.
Yeah, but why are you worried about how people do their
Why
team?
you worried though? That's what I'm saying though.
I just think I think it's a tough look when
But then here's what's
when your coach had a little temper tantrum and made this big cry. It's almost like I feel like he's thumbing his nose at the league. He's like, oh yeah, You guys don't want to treat my players
We
right.
make a lot of assumptions of what people mean by what they do.
People show their true colors in adversity. I think Kenny Atkinson showed himself to be a weasel.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
And
that means we can put our chili peppers on the Heat because you're gonna look like a damn fool if they go out there and lose.
What's the line?
I think it's 6.5.
Heat or Cavs?
Heat.
Oh.
At least it was last night. It might have. I don't know if it's gone up or down.
You see what I'm saying, Vlad? That's a bad look if the Heat lose.
Of course,
it's a bad look if the Heat lose.
Of course, it's a bad.
That's
look.
why he's worried.
Right.
I'm not worried. I'm really not worried. I'm just annoyed. I was like, oh, okay, good basketball game to TCB game. All right, whatever. Whatever.
You know what I love? Thank God we never did an 82 game schedule of like what these games were.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been crazy for you.
I think I did that bit once. It didn't fly. It was too many games.
Yeah,
Really?
82.
Really?
It's too many games.
He broke it down. It lasted a week and a half. Like he go on to game 60.
I did it in like 10 game chunks.
Listen, Vlad, I know one thing. At no point during that 6-day event did he have them going 37 and 45.
It was a tough year last year.
Right.
It was a tough year last year. Different vibes this year, though, dude.
I know the team's good. Let's just enjoy the Heat. I don't give a damn who they playing.
Yeah, but beating the Cavs first week, the full strength.
You know what, Tobin? Tobin, let me ask you a question.
What?
At the end of the year, when they're figuring out seeding, does that matter?
It doesn't, dude. But again, you're talking about stuff in April, and I want to enjoy Carpe Diem, dude.
Yeah, seize the day. You seize your day. You don't worry about it. You're gonna say, I'm gonna seize the day, but it's unfortunate that they didn't play their starters. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Nobody cared when the Heat only had 8 guys to dress.
From the guy who always tells me to appreciate greatness, you want to go watch 40 shots of Sam Merrill. That's cool.
I'm a Heat fan. I want the Heat to win.
Of course.
What's going on the other side of the ball ain't got nothing to do with me. Just get the dub.
Out of here.
I'm telling you.
You don't like watching good competition. You don't like watching your team against good teams.
Sure.
And seeing how they play.
But if they punt, that's not my problem.
Okay, it's not your problem. Would you rather watch the Heat against the Thunder? Or would you rather watch them against the Wizards?
Against the Thunder, of course.
Okay, that's all I'm saying, dude. It's not like
okay,
I'm not having a crazy take here that I like to watch the Heat against good competition. I obviously want them to win first and foremost. Not debating that. Nobody's debating that. I would obviously then rather beat the scrubs than get drubbed by the starters. But I had fun the other night. It was one of the best games we've seen. That would be fun to do. Kenny Atkinson's a coward. We got to take a break. We're back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Dolphins are in Spain, taking on the Commanders. 9:30 on Sunday, everybody. Dolphins already done with, I think, practice and talking to the media. I'm like, oh, yeah. Super late over there right now. It's already in the middle of the afternoon.
They can't go see no Real Madrid games, no Barcelona, no La Liga games.
I don't know.
Last time somebody went, who got jumped? Didn't somebody get jumped?
Oh,
That was in Brazil.
was that Brazil?
I think that was in Brazil.
Did somebody just get jumped recently in like London?
Oh, in London. Yeah, you are right. So
Yeah.
in London, they got jumped too. I don't know.
Like,
Brazil, I always know because Brazil, they say that with the UFC fighters all the time. They're like, hey, you don't leave the beach. You don't leave the resort. You keep it close to the home base.
Yeah, everybody wants to go to that spot that
Oh, that's right. Well, Timbo Slice says it was Skylar Thompson. He got Peaky Blinder.
yeah.
He got Peaky
Did we ever find anything out with that though? Because they never officially charged anybody, did they not?
No,
There was some shadiness going on.
I had
with
to
that.
get the hell up out of there.
I don't know. Something's up with that.
So Vlad, you 100% correct.
What happened?
Stay in your lane. Stop trying to be adventurers. Stop. But here,
Yeah, don't go to
Listen.
the favelas. That's what it is. Don't go to the favelas if you're going to Brazil.
hey, check this out. Vlad, let's be clear. Yeah. Intangibles want to sightsee. You only got to say one time somebody got jumped. Brothers ain't going nowhere.
I'm
Wait,
not
you're
gonna lie.
saying non-intangibles don't like to sightsee?
No, I'm
not
saying
even though
that
it's dangerous.
once they find out people are getting jumped in other countries, they keeping it close to home base.
Which is why I was very worried about some of the Dolphin players because a lot of them were showing their bling, like they're blinged out. They got bling in their mouths and everything like that. And I know they all want to ball out, and they're gonna be in a different location. But just be very careful with like the people that you meet because they're gonna see you as prey. You're bread to them, your food, because you're not from there. It would be the same situation. They were coming to to South Florida and they went to
RVA Rich says Baltimore Samesies can't go away from the stadium.
you can't. So you got to be very careful. Don't ball out, like don't really bling out, and just remember it's a business trip. It's not not a pleasure.
All
trip.
you have to do is keep it within the confines of your area, or if they plan something for you, there's
Sometimes I
gonna
like
be
walking
plenty
around.
of protection, so you don't right.
I mean,
That's
I do like
great.
I do like walking around a city when I go to a new city though. Like I did, that's what part of the things I enjoy. Like I went into Nashville, I walked around all of Nashville. I found it enjoyable.
Nashville,
You're
dude,
in
we talking about
America.
this country.
You're still in America. We're
Felt like a
talking about
different country. Feels like a
Dude,
different place to me.
Hey, see, this is Vlad.
confirmed it for us.
Yeah, this how
I
they
do like when I went to Atlanta, same thing. When I went
It's
to
not-
Vegas, same
Dude,
thing.
Atlanta ain't Brazil.
You sure?
It ain't yo, bro.
Pompano's kind of Brazil. There's a lot of Brazilians in Pompano.
Okay, but it ain't Brazil.
It ain't it.
I don't know what.
I don't wanna
But
go.
look, you are making our point. You
Wanna
are
go.
making our point and trying to fight us on it
I'd love
as
to go.
to why it would be okay to venture off into another country and get Skylar Thompson.
I'd love to go to Brazil and go to the rainforest. I'm not even kidding. This is not a
But
bit.
you're not going to the favelas, are you?
I don't know where is the rainforest. Do I have to go to the favelas to get to the rainforest? Because if
No.
so,
No,
I guess I'm going to the
but then
favelas.
check this out, Vlad. If you have if you going on some kind of excursion like that, you're going to have a tour guide. So, like, yeah. So we're not talking about stuff like that, but he's the guy that's like, yeah, man, I like
What?
to go and just peruse the city.
I do like to peruse the city.
Okay. Here's what they would say. Hey, Vlad, you seen Tobin?
Yeah, like 7 hours ago.
Yeah.
He was walking.
Yeah. And then this is gonna be you. This is gonna be you holding up a newspaper with the current date on it.
Oh man.
Yeah, come on. I'm just telling you, man. Listen,
I go to
and,
another
and I don't
country,
want to say that countries are bad like that. But all you need is one example.
I don't
One
think they want
Skylar Thompson got jumped, and dude in London got jumped.
all I need
That's
to
I
do.
don't know if they can get you in a van.
I
Toby.
think, first of all, I'm very hard to pick up.
I
And,
don't know if they're gonna get you. In
and
the
second
right
of all,
van.
once I'm kidnapped, I just give them 15 minutes of my Cavs take, and they'll get rid of me.
Hey, no, hey, you how they gonna get you in there?
Oh,
Steal.
I got
Steal
you.
will get you in there.
I got you, man. You know how you get out of there, Playboy?
What's that?
Just play Mike McDaniel cuts.
There you go, Leroy.
That's what I do to spam
There you
calls.
go, Leroy.
That's what he does to spam calls in between
Exactly.
breaks. They get a call.
Leroy's seen me. He's like, I'll have my laptop in here, and then like, don't recognize this number, so I get a Mike McDaniel cut, a good 2-minute one, and then I'll just pause it. But, excuse me, sir. So do you want that roof inspection?
He'd be the best negotiator. Mike McDaniel would
just
be the
tap
best
out.
negotiator.
Just tap out. But let's see. Rome says Brazil is safe if you respect them. I respect everybody. I'm minding my own business.
Except for the Cavs.
But I really would like to go to the rainforest. Well, I don't respect the Cavs. I respect this is the thing. I do respect the Cavs. I think they're going to be a big challenge. I respect the Knicks. I think they're going to be a big challenge. I would like to see the Heat against challenge. I'm having fun with this season. Take the win. They better win. Yeah, you guys better win. But I don't know.
You put that bad juju on the situation.
I'll take the juju if that happens. I'll take that responsibility.
Right.
I still stand by it. I don't like it.
Okay.
You can't celebrate about it.
You didn't make this big of a deal when Jimmy was doing it.
It's not the same though. It's not the same. It's really not.
Dude, he plays 65 games a year.
But he did have a lot of injuries. Like I don't think that I think
Then you can't have. But then why did you want to extend him?
Because he was really good with the Miami Heat.
But you realize he wasn't playing. He was missing 20 games a year.
I don't think either one has to do with the other. You're asking me.
I'm not saying he's not good.
Or
I'm saying he's very selective with it. And as you get older,
he's got to
be that selective with it.
That's why I find funny what's going on. And we got to take a break because I don't want to get a text.
Yeah, what did they think was going to happen?
But I do find it funny because the Warriors don't realize that they got the best Jimmy Butler there is, which is locked in for 40 games. Jimmy Butler, maybe not a better player that you could have to a roster. Got to get through 82, Jimmy Butler. It's some massaging that you got to have to do till Christmas. But that record's looking dicey.
You know why?
Looking dicey.
Because when Steph is out, Jimmy can't score 12. Simple as that. That's not why he's there.
Yeah, or when Steph has a stinker, you got to step up. You know,
that was my biggest complaint about Jimmy is that
when Batman,
you the guy, you supposed to fix it.
He's not Heat Jimmy anymore. He's accepted. I'm Robin Jimmy. Like, I don't like that. So whatever.
But Robin Jimmy, sometimes there's an episode where Batman is hurt.
You got to save him.
Right. He ain't doing that.
You're stuck, Batman. Yes. And Robin's supposed to come and save the day.
Right. Robin, like he say, oh, I'm cool being Robin. You know, Robin got a ball out too sometimes.
Take a break. Back up to this. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Day off for the Cats. They start a big homestand coming on up tomorrow against the Washington Capitals.
Mm-hmm. OV. That dude he's not slowing down.
The old are good at hockey, dude. The old are good at hockey still. It's kind of crazy. I mean, Marchand's a pup compared to what, Crosby and Malkin and Ovi. They're all.
Did we have that play until he was like 45?
Jaromir
Jagr.
Jagr, dude. He's still trying. I think he's still sticking his beak into a game in the Czech Republic every once in a while.
He's always sticking.
Oh, that's true. Tried to extort him.
He's like, show him.
Jaromir, I'm going to release pictures. Go ahead. Who cares? Jaromir Jagr, do what he wants. If you want to make personal life public, okay. I hockey. What does that mean? It means I hockey. I go out there, I hockey.
Yeah, but I mean,
are you sure? Not a good look. Well, it's not a good look because I'm not on ice. Oh man.
The handler. He has so much good Jaromir Jagr stories, man.
Oh man, I bet. The
cup
keeper?
handler.
Forget it. I'm sure the Panthers probably got to imagine what the behind the scenes stories are of Jaromir Jagr's years with the Panthers, of what he was probably doing here. I know that he did work out like a fiend. Like he used to skate on the ice with like a weighted vest after games and things like that. Like he did keep himself in tremendous shape. But you knew that dude was a playboy on Las Olas. You want to talk about Mr. Las Olas? Before Anton Lundell was even in high school, he was probably.
I want to know what he did in the ER.
Anyway, the Cats are back at it tomorrow. The Heat, they'll be back at it tonight, taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers, and that'll get going tonight at 7:30. You can hear that game right here on FM 104.3 WQM on the Miami Heat audio experience. Jason Jackson, Amy Audibert have your call, and Tommy Tig and Alejandro Solana will get you going starting at 6:15 as the Heat look to stay unbeaten at home. 5-0, only done twice in their history before, and both of those years ended with them going to the finals. So good omen. I'm just happy the Heat are playing well at home. I mean, dude, the amount of crushing blows last year, 4 buzzer beaters. It was crazy because I was thinking about this. Like, it's been so long since I think it was the Jimmy game against Houston. Like, it's been so long to even think about when's the last time they've gotten an ending like that in their building, because every time it's just gone the other way, whether it's the Sabonis put back, Ja Morant, even the Wizards got a buzzer beater on the Heat last year. DeJounte Murray did when he was on the Hawks on UD night.
Mm-hmm.
Derek White, the tip-in. Oh, my God. Just so many gut punches. And that play was just so great to see. We're back at practice today. Leroy and I watched some video of Bam Adebayo. He was on like a resistance cord, but he did have sneakers on, Leroy. But what did you see from Bam on the old toes?
He ain't putting no pressure on that big toe. So if it's his right toe, when he moves to his left, he's sitting at you can see the left, huh?
I think we're reversed because the way.
So okay, so when if it's his left toe, when he's moving to the right on that resistance band, you see the big toe is up. So he keeping all the weight on the outside, meaning that he ain't there yet.
So he's just trying to keep.
But the good news, I will say the good news is he's able to put a shoe on. Now, I don't know if that shoe is bigger, if he got a bigger size.
Give me them Shaqs.
The fact that he's able to put a shoe on is a big step, because I'm telling you, the first 3 times I tried to put a shoe on, it was like you can feel your heartbeat up in there.
You played in yesteryear, but I think now they could form the shoe in a way to give you protection.
Yeah, they cut a star where the big toe is.
Well, I'm saying now they can actually like the way these sneakers are designed now, they could actually like formulate a shoe just for his nasty ass big toe.
They got a custom toe shoe.
Like they can make a custom shoe to
calls up Jordan. They say, hey, Send me them toe
They
shoes.
have. That's how they've done that for many injuries for people with the foot. They'll get
but that's what it's not the shoe company, it's the trainers that do that with how they put what they put in your shoe or whatever. It's not the shoe companies. Them shoe companies, man, they plugging out millions of pairs of shoes the same way. You don't get special shoes.
You think Michael Jordan is he's sitting there and he looks at Zion at that Grease party, he goes, maybe I should have made a Bam shoe instead.
No.
Who's buying Zions?
Strippers.
Who's the last person you've seen wear some Zions?
I don't know. I think sometimes you get them by accident because you're looking at Nike.
Yeah, well, I always see those Greek freaks on discount.
Yeah,
those things. I don't think people are wearing Giannis's, which I don't know why. Maybe it's because the Nike is backwards. I don't know why they do that.
It's no offense. It's Giannis.
It's just not cool.
He's just listen. No, I told
he's a star, but he ain't no LaMelo Ball.
You're not going to be the face of the league. Unfortunately, sorry.
Most popular shoe right now besides LeBron is KD and LaMelo.
Yes.
Yeah.
And Ant-Man and his Adidas.
He's cool.
Like I said,
but some people just like, you know what's crazy? I don't know a lot of people that saying I'm gonna go get them Adidas, right? Like, but Nike,
oh yeah,
like you already in the Nike suite to get some kind of Nike. You ain't searching for Adidas.
I can't get over that Tyler Herro commercial that Nike put out for him, which was Tyler Herro reads reasonable takes about Tyler Herro. Tyler Herro, he's good. He's good. Is he a 1?
Sounds like you.
I think, but that's why like it's not like
I guess that's why you like the commercial so much. Because you like valid points.
Tyler Herro, very, very talented, but I don't know if he's all NBA. And it's like, well, I'm like, why did they have him read this? Why did they read like Tyler Herro sucks, water boy? Like something really unreasonable for him.
It's crazy because when you think of all NBA and you just list the names of the players that he would have to overtake to be all NBA. I mean, is he considered a point guard or a 2?
It doesn't matter. It's positionless.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, it's I think 2 backcourt, 3 front court. I think is the way it works.
Right, but think about that.
Well, actually, I don't even think it counts. I think now it's just positionless. I don't even think it is that anymore. It used to be.
Just think that. So
it used to be 2 guards, 2 centers, 2 forwards, or 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center, and then they made it 2 back, 3 front, and now I think it's just positionless. I think it's top 15 guys.
Think about that though. That's like you how you cracking into that? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then it might not even be you. He could actually have one of those years where he averaged 25 to 30. Right? Even with that, who you replacing? You see what I mean? It just becomes tough. Same thing happens in football. Like if you play in the same position as a guy that you absolutely know gonna get a spot every year, then now you fighting for the other guy, right? That's just how it is. Like Tyler is Tyler ever gonna overtake, say for example, Spider, Brunson, right?
Unless Brunson has like some huge decline because of his size, but he's amazing. I mean that guy.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know if there's a guy in the league where you're just like, at his like, especially like, it's the size thing too, because he's got a lot of like the Luka stuff to him, but like he's half his size, and you're just like, I don't know what you're supposed to do there, you know? Like the
Spider's what? Spider's 6'3",
6'2".
Spider's like 6'2", but Brunson's 5'10".
The Spider got unbelievable hops.
Oh yes, no, he's a freak athlete,
and Brunson has
he's
unbelievable footwork for a guy his size. Yeah,
that's what you just marvel at. And like you can throw Bam at him for like a couple possessions, critical possessions, but the Heat did that. The playoff series, they threw everything at him, and he was a monster.
That's 2 guys that can get a shot. Like I never, like if they have the ball, I know they're gonna get a shot off. Right, just know it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like Hero's most unstoppable shot is if he's like cooking from 3 and he's like from Steph land. Like that's probably when he's
like
at
that Laker game last year.
Yeah, when he just like he can just like he will get into those modes where you're just like, well, he's not missing from 3 tonight.
Right.
You know, and I do like last year. One of the things that I liked about Tyler is he got better about it not having to be an absolute pristine clean shot, because that was the thing with him is like he would always make, he's like, it's got to be like wide open.
If anybody was even in the area, he
Yeah.
wouldn't shoot it.
But last year he was, and it was his best season. Last year he was much better about like, no, I'm going to stick this 3 right in your face, and that was a big jump for him. That was nice to see.
Not like Jovic, who he thought he was going to give himself a heat check. Hey, listen, if you give yourself a heat check and you just miss, okay, I'm like, good heat check.
Yeah.
But you can't do heat check and miss everything.
But do you understand why I find him to be the most lovable player? Because like he'll go from his confidence is broken the game before to I'm going to pull off this move. It's like it's the swings of his age and are just so great to see.
But that's what it is. It's like when you have young talent, like sometimes the ups and downs of that are tragic almost, but you got to kind of just try to keep coaching him to consistency.
Jarrell's saying they're both 6'2". Jalen Brunson's not 6'2". Is he?
No, they probably say that, no, he's 6'2" on the NBA papers when they, they put it on the media book and all of that, but he's really like 5'11".
Yeah, I don't think he's 6'2". I don't think he's 6'2", which look is a credit to him. I don't know why we got to lie about this height.
We always lie about height.
It's weird. Nobody's telling the truth. The tall guys are lying that they're shorter. The short guys are lying that they're taller.
Durant was the worst. He never wanted to be labeled 7 foot.
Yep.
Yeah, because back when he got into the league, if you said you were 7 foot, you were a center. And that's where that all came from. That's where that all started.
Well, it's kind of happening. It's like you're seeing that extreme with Wemby, because Wemby doesn't want to play like a center. Wemby wants to play like Durant, and like that was kind of Durant's point. Now you just get to a point you can't lie. You're 7'5". Sorry. You think Wemby tried that move? He goes 6'11". No, you're not.
You may have a height for a center. It doesn't necessarily mean that you could play center.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Right. No, that's that's one of the crazy things about now. Like we don't even make that assumption, right? Like, oh, he's length, he's 6'10", he's 6. That don't mean you're a center. You know what a center in the NBA looks like.
KG was one of those as well. KG did not want to play center, and he was 7 foot, but he kept on saying he was 6'10" because he figured playing 6'10" would be powerful.
Exactly.
Oh my God.
But that's why he did it, because 7 foot automatically made you a center. I mean, who, like, what a center looks like, right? Those big 7-footers with no real ball skills outside of the paint.
I did like when the Heat were about to take out Wemby and Bam was like, whatever, dude. We saw Boban.
He compared Wemby to Boban. See what I mean, though? You know who had the same problem? Lamar Odom. When Lamar Odom came out, he was a 6'9", 6'10" point guard. And they wanted to move him to the wing.
We'll take a break. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you. Take you guys up until 2. Footy football returns this Sunday. Dolphins and Commanders. Tua taking on his idol. Loves Marcus Mariota. Hawaii loves each other. They stick together, dude.
Him,
Little fraternity.
Dylan, right?
Dylan Gabriel.
Dylan Gabriel.
So that'll be a fun little tie. And Vlad was mentioning during the break about the tie between Dan Quinn and Mike McDaniel. Dan Quinn was kind of the guy that grabbed McDaniel by the scruff when he's, dealing with a lot of drinking issues and helped get him sober and get him back on the career path. So you got some friendly ties there. But there are no friends in competition. Only sincere handshakes after the game.
You know what?
No splitting of paella.
Hey, let me tell you how crazy it is. My rookie year, we was terrible, right? But all the coaches know each other, right? And you could tell when they get ready to get fired, those pregame conversations, they all networking in the middle of the field. So after one game, one of the veterans got out, stood up and said, "No more networking." I see what y'all doing before the game.
It's like the Pat Riley being mad at Zoe for having dinner with Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
None of that nonsense. Georgetown, Schmorgetown. No dinner.
Yeah, go tell that to John Thompson.
It didn't work for them. They didn't listen.
Yeah, no, Roz ain't going to say nothing to Big John Thompson.
Big. So the Dolphins obviously got a chance here to right the ship a little bit. Again, this is not a team.
I would just like to see 2 weeks.
2 weeks in a row would be
solid.
Nice.
But here's what I want to see. I want to see 2 weeks of the offense and the defense building on something they had success on with, right? It seems like every time they've, especially offensively, every time they've had success doing something, they're so quick to get away from it. And that might be your bread and butter. So I want to see if there's any adjustments, it's going to be the adjustments off of the things you had success with, because that'll continue the growth, not have a whole new game plan. You understand what I'm saying? If a team run for 230 yards, you best believe that first play of the game going to be play action and they're going to throw it deep. Why? Because you're going to say, ain't no way in hell this guy going to run for 220 yards. It's simple as that. That's something that small, right? But you still going to try to run the ball. They go to a whole different offense. So they roll Tua out half, quarter roll. They do a fake, roll him out. They do things like that, put him on the move. He throws the ball accurate with it. They threw a throwback. The pass to actually, y'all don't realize how hard it is. He faked to the right, rolled out to the left, and then threw a corner route back to the right side of the field to Waddle. Right? That's a tough throw and catch for both parties. But they pulled it off. So I'm having a hard time when I'm watching these plays, right? That it almost seems like you limit Tua.
Do you think
by sitting him in the pocket like that?
Like, because we all see this with him too, with the way he calls games, and people will do this. Like, he abandons the run game at weird times. Like, do you just think he overthinks himself?
Yeah,
like
he's over. I call it overcoaching. But here's the other thing, and dude. The only time I sit in a room by myself and cuss, watching football. Every time a coach says, well, those bubble screens are like outside runs. No, they're not, dude. The whole point of a running back is you can toss him the ball, you can hand him the ball, but his vision, once he gets the ball, is on him. If you throw a bubble screen, you've taken that away and say, run here for whoever it is. And you're almost limiting the weapons on the field who are creative with the football.
Who was the first guy to say that to you when you cursed?
Huh?
Who was the first guy that said that when he said, it's like the run?
McDaniel!
Oh. We got some injury news on the Dolphins, mostly positive for once. Chop Robinson looks like he is trending towards playing and getting out of concussion protocol. He practiced today in a red non-contact jersey, but Mike McDaniel seems confident that he will be good to go.
Is he wearing the kazoo?
I don't see him with a helmet on these pictures. I'm looking at
you know what I'm talking about. That Dobbs blanket.
The Welker.
No, they don't do the Welker. See, the Welker used to be a bigger helmet.
Oh, you're talking about the Guardian hat.
Yeah.
Cole Strange wears that on the Dolphins. The guard, he wears those.
Because Dobbs wears it for Green Bay.
Yeah, but they put the logo over it. It looks super
it looks like you ain't fooling nobody. We know that's not a helmet. That's
I'm all for safety. I like 90% of the reason guys won't wear that is because it just doesn't look cool.
Hey, I'd wear it.
But yeah, you put on every pad known to man.
Hey,
according to
man, why are we?
They were just giant. I'm not. Listen, I would too. You know, I wasn't.
It didn't limit my activity.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Listen, you look like a jouster, but you move like a cat.
Big fat cat. Hey, you know what? It's amazing because I have the utmost love and respect for Ruiz because that's how people looked at me in football. Hey, for a big guy, you got some good feet. I'm like, dude, I'm 220 pounds, 215 pounds. What are you talking about?
Austin Jackson.
Whoa. He practiced?
This is what he
still
said.
On the team?
He is still on the team. He is still on the team. He had his IR practice window open today. So I don't think that means he's going to play, but he can now trend towards playing.
So what did he have? Toe?
I think he had toe. I think he
Hey. And how long he been out?
Oh, he's been out
3 months.
Since he was out in training camp, came back, got hurt.
So since August.
You know why? Because he planted that toe one time. I'm telling you, dude, there's no worse feeling than feeling your heartbeat in your toe.
Jeez. Let's see.
I bet you the practice window open when he could put a shoe
on. Aaron Brewer will not practice. I don't know if that's rest or injury. And Rasul Douglas is working his way back. This is from Dave Furones. Mike McDaniel said, we feel positive about him, so they should get some depth.
Which means absolutely nothing.
Although Juju Brent's played really well this past week.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The hell is he?
You had a lot of guys that seemed like they interjected energy on the defensive side of the ball, right? The rookie's starting to come around. He's making some plays. He's getting better with his technique. He's not getting pushed all over the place. So the run defense looks better. They're now getting pressure on the quarterback. So there's a lot of things that, like, you almost had to just go through growing pains. We haven't heard about Savannah every week, right? It almost seems like he's starting to.
No, but I saw those. I thought, and again, I don't know. Some people believe in these grades, some don't. But I saw those Pro Football Focus grades, and he's still not great. Right.
But here's the thing. He's not gonna be great.
Right.
But if he's getting better.
And it's not a catastrophe.
Right, exactly. And so, like, you have to put things in its proper context. Like, if we all think Patrick Paul is awesome, let's keep in mind, most teams will take a left tackle they drafted and put him at left guard so he learns how to play left tackle from the vet, and then you move him out. I've seen it a number of times. We've all seen left tackles that were playing behind a vet because he was one of the best 5 linemen. They move him to guard or whatever. They didn't do that with Patrick Paul, right? So now in his first full season, they're like, oh, he's going to be a player. The other 2 rookies didn't get that luxury. They didn't get that luxury of being able to be moved in and eased in a position. And they weren't drafted as high as the defensive tackle was in Grant, but not Savannah was drafted lower than Patrick Paul. So he didn't get the chance to get the Patrick Paul treatment.
Yeah,
and so we watching him grow.
And part of that
sucks.
And part of that is because your roster was so emptily flawed by the cap. Like, you needed these rookies to produce right away.
Right. But it's
And
not.
you just didn't have it. It wasn't conducive to instant success.
Right. Here's the problem. Where they were drafted says they need development. Right? You traded up to get Savannah.
Mm-hmm.
So where they would have been drafted, right, says could possibly be good players, but need some development. And then you thrust them into a playing position. Like, yeah, man. Like, okay, I get it. I know, like, oh, he's the worst. He's this, he's that. But, like, yeah, man, like, did you expect him to come in and be a Pro Bowler? Like, are we really doing, like, I get it. They're losing games and everything. But you still got to keep it real about what's going on the field and who's playing.
We'll take a break. Mixed bag coming up next. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Let's get to the mixed bag. Mike McDaniel, long-winded. He was asked about what can past international games the Miami Dolphins have had teach him about this process coming up here against the Commanders. Of course, last time they were in Germany to take on the Chiefs.
Very much did in the preparation for this trip. There was things that I thought we nailed, and there's things that you can learn from. The biggest thing is that getting the team prepared for the unique portions of the trip. It's not, I like getting the guys out there and not and on their player day off, being able to, to take advantage of the opportunity to play abroad, but to do so kind of like it's like going somewhere for training camp. You get to do something that encourages team bonding, and you get another rep at doing things that people have never done together, But then focusing throughout the week, there's a lot more media asks. There's a lot more. It's just a change in tempo. And like I said before, we've recently found what we feel like is our formula to prepare for a game, and making sure that formula isn't compromised by location and alterations in schedule. Much of which are, there's just attacking all the things that are unique. And making sure those, just because they're unique, they don't affect our style of play on the following Sunday. So it was very helpful having a trip, and this not being the first time for us to do this, and I'm looking forward to it.
What
was that again?
So they just figured out their formula to prepare for games?
No. Here's the problem. And again, I don't question anybody's preparation, right? I think sometimes it's complicated because you have an offensive, supposedly genius. So he tries to open up the bag every week. When in actuality, a real successful offensive team has a base, and then you kind of spread out from that base of plays. You see what I mean? You don't have to have a whole new offense every week. And it seems like sometimes when they go onto the field, they get confused because, we didn't have this offense last week.
Oh, I thought that they just dumped those stupid player meetings.
It doesn't, man, let me tell you. You can have all the players meetings you want. If the guy calling the plays ain't there to kind of discuss it, it don't matter. And you have those meetings. You know what I mean? Like, I've heard quarterback go to wide receiver, or receiver go to quarterback, and basically say this: hey, if I'm going across the field and I see this opening, I'm going to sit right here. Right? Stuff like that. So when you watch a game and they go, oh, look, instead of just throwing to the hood, he sat right in the window. That's things you go over. So those meetings aren't useless, but it's hard to do that when you're not physically doing it, right? It's much easier to do it on the field, to show the guys, stop right there. So the meetings could help. I think a lot of times people do them to say we meet, right?
Well, that's what I was saying. Like, maybe when they were like, he's like, we finally found that formula. Maybe like, you know what? This is, who needs this? Not working anyway.
Why do we always find the formula when we're winning?
Good point.
You know what I mean?
Maybe you had a good formula. And
I certainly hate that we take reasons for doing something and lump them into winning or losing, right? Like if a team loses, they weren't prepared.
Sometimes you make
in fact, they could have been very well prepared. They were just prepared with the wrong crap.
Sometimes you make a formula and it's Playa. Sometimes it's Arctic. Both were good formulas, but one was better.
-1.
You see what I mean, Vlad? This was like having a show with this guy.
Why? What do you mean?
I'm giving serious insight.
Trying to be Rosetta Stone for football.
I'm giving serious insight on what goes on.
You said the football. I'm
and
sitting
you
there.
come in with Celsius flavors.
Yeah, I'm like Google Translate for your footballness. What are you drinking there, by the way? Was that a poppy? What do you got there? Kind of
Poppy cream soda.
I was about to say it looks like a root beer of some kind or cream soda.
It's cream soda. It's delicious.
Tua, he just met the media in Spain, and he was asked about has he thought about saving Mike McDaniel's job?
Tua, Kaylin Kaler with ESPN. I know there's a sense that this team has been written off a little bit this season because of the record and the change at general manager. I'm wondering if you've thought at all, or if it's in your mind at all when you guys are out there, that by being competitive and winning more games, that you might help McDaniel, your head coach, to retain his job as well. And if that was in your mind at all in last Sunday's win over Buffalo.
You know, I know, I understand the question. I know there's a lot of talk outside about certain individuals, certain people. But I think, you know, more so with the last week's game, I think it shows the togetherness of our team. And I don't think it's anyone playing for themselves, more so, you know, it really is everyone playing for each other, everyone having to do their job, having a conviction to do their job. And then each individual trusting that if I do my job, I got to trust that this guy's going to do his job as well and not try to play hero ball where, all right, I don't know if he's going to do that, so I'm going to go out of my job, out of my way to maybe do his. Then when he does his and you don't do yours, you know, I think that's where things fall apart, where we got to play with conviction. You know, we just continue to stick together, play together. And, you know, I don't think anyone's worried about any of that external noise when it comes to that. When we play this game, we know what we sign up for. And we know this is a business as well. We want to play for each other. We're going to do everything we can. We don't prepare to go out there and think, hey, we want to do bad. We want to lose this game. Like, no, we go out there with our hearts, with our minds for war. Like that's what it is essentially. So, yeah.
That was a simple yes or no question. You know that, right?
Did we just witness Daniel's son master Mr. Miyagi?
Yes,
did he just McDaniel us?
Two
I
pieces.
I feel like young Smith is dancing in front of Cobra right now.
Leroy, wasn't that just a simple yes or no question?
Yes and no. I think he tried to answer it by saying what they actually do, which is not. He just kind of rambled a little bit. But
asked him, "Do you think?"
Right, and he's like, "No, we kind of play for each other, and that's outside stuff." I know, but sometimes you feel like you have to like.
No, this was not needed to be a 15-second, 25-second response.
I know. He started losing us. We're like, when we listen to Tua or Mike McDaniel have a presser, we all have a little pocket defibrillator to keep us going, right? Like we know.
You know, I would love to put a muzzle on.
You know what? I'll tell you this right now. If there was a session going on, I'm not passing any of them a joint or anything. Could you imagine? And they take a puff and then they start talking and they start nursing oh my God, you be there for like 20 hours. Terrible.
No, terrible. I think, look, I appreciate the fact, and I want to say he went a little long, but I appreciate the fact that instead of just answering yes or no, he kind of answered what they're really thinking about from week to week. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's almost like he doesn't know when to get off the ride.
Dude says wax poetic on, wax poetic off.
So, like, yeah, I get it. But again, I like you guys have heard me for weeks what I feel the problem is with this offensive unit, right? They try to be too fancy at times, get themselves in trouble, and then they're playing catch up, you know? Now, here's what I would say. Believe it or not, somewhere in between Mike McDaniel and the Canes is a good called football game. I think the Canes start off way too slow, right? And then they get in the second half and feel like they got to turn it on. But what happens is sometimes they get behind the 8 ball, and then the players feel like they got to press.
God, could you imagine a coaching staff with McDaniel and Mario Cristobal? I feel like they would kill
They'd
each other.
fight.
I feel like they'd kill each other.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, mostly I think it would be Mario killing
And then
them.
with the Dolphins, they're trying to be so creative that you almost put your own players, at a disadvantage. So somewhere in between those two, like not as conservative as Mario starts every game, right? I think the first game of this next game, I don't care who they play, should be play action pass, deep ball to Tony, and live with the consequences. But you got to let teams know that you're not going to come out and run the ball the first 5 times and throw 5-yard passes. You got to soften them up early.
We'll take a break. Hashtag third hour coming on up. Streaming live on YouTube and Twitch, 104.3 WQAM. Miami, 104.3 WQAM on Twitch. Back after this. Welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Get to our headlines brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito. Our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. As your Miami Heat will be back on the hardwood tonight on the Vice hardwood.
Yeah.
You guys will be able to get that here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Jason Jackson, Amy Audibert do a tremendous job on the Miami Heat audio experience, as does the great Tommy Tig. Nothing I love more than the opening monologue of a Miami Heat game with Tommy Tig. Solano get you going with pre-heat, and you guys can enjoy that. Vice Nights back tonight. Got that. Then you got the Knicks on Friday.
Are you boots on the ground?
I'm not boots on the ground. I'll be back boots on Monday when the Knicks are back in town.
Okay.
And, I mean, I am going to be so boots on the ground on Wednesday. With the way this Warriors.
Oh.
I may be just sitting there with a cup of tea.
You know what? I might join you.
Really?
Yeah, get the Jimmy. Get some Jimmy sound.
I like it.
That way we have something to play Thursday.
Man. I mean, if he plays, you know. So, but the old need some time off, apparently.
Oh, they're old.
They are old. And apparently, they don't seem to like the young very much on that team. I thought he liked Jonathan Kuminga. Maybe this Pajemski seems like he's annoying people. I was reading some.
Buddy Hield's definitely annoying.
He loves Buddy Hield, though. That's like his sidekick.
Jimmy loves him.
Yeah, Jimmy loves him.
Draymond may not.
He's like, really, that's your best friend? He goes, come on. He's fun, baby. Yeah, great. He's fun. Fun at giving up buckets. Crazy. This is wild. And of course, yesterday the Nico Harrison news heard around the NBA. A lot of people trying to tie Anthony Davis to the Miami Heat. Like, hey, you should go after Anthony Davis. This dude,
come on, dude. Do we really want that?
Too many injuries. Too many. And he makes a boatload of money and wants an extension this summer too.
He's only 31 or 32.
He's gonna be 33 in March.
Oh, okay.
You know?
Hey, but here's the problem. I would like the Heat to go a majority of the season with most of their players playing all the games. Now, granted, you know, you're gonna have some Bam issues. I understood that. Tyler hasn't played this year. I understand that. But I'm not going to sign a guy who you know for a fact when you need him the most could be hurt and out. And there's no change of scenery that has made that any different.
He also, you know, the thing that's funny about it is, like, if they want to do that trade, you know, I heard people talking about this and they're like, well, you just got to attach either Wiggins, Norman, or Tyler to the Terry Rozier deal. And I'm like, does anybody want the drama of having the Terry Rozier thing on their books? Because he's not getting paid. It's in an account. Like, I feel like that's a nuke $24 million. I don't think anybody's making a move to just bring that in, because then they have to tie everything that's with it. Like, I don't know. And then, like, let's say there's a possibility the Heat could get their pick back. Like, are the Heat where they want to dish that up? Like, there's too much complexity with that. So then you get to a point, if you can't move the Terry Rozier deal, then you're talking you got to give up Tyler with either Norman or Wiggins for, a very, very talented person, but he never plays.
Kentucky ties.
He does have Kentucky ties. He would be in a great fit with Bam.
No.
But he never plays.
Can I please just say this? That's the kicker. What is a great fit if you ain't playing? I don't understand. Like, if he's not playing, it ain't a great fit.
He just needs Heat culture. Oh, man. I can't wait. We're going to play this clip later this hour of Kevin Garnett. He made Paul Pierce so mad on his show because he suggested getting Ja to Miami. And, like, Paul Pierce, it's funny because Kevin Garnett, you would think he's the more ornery one based on his career with the Celtics. He was just surly, right? But, like, he respects something with Paul Pierce and me, samesies. We just hate each other
because
he's just like, He's like rolling his eyes listening to Kevin Garnett talk about this.
His whole career, Miami's a big chapter of his basketball career. Whether it's LeBron, the comparison with him and D Wade. Yeah.
There is no comparison.
He thinks there is.
There's not.
I just said he thinks.
I know he thinks there is, but there's not.
Truth, sometimes the truth is a lie.
Oh man, the Warriors really getting to know this. This is fun. Vlad, could you imagine if like they come off of this road trip and it's just like, ooh, all of a sudden they're staring 3 games under 500?
They can't win on the road. That's the problem. They're good at home. They can't win on the road. And Steph was sick, so they totally rely on Steph.
He really is he is such a shining light where you're just like, Steph, save us. Because like the Warriors have done a lot of goofy stuff ever since the Kevin Durant thing, but this guy's just so damn good, and he's such a lovable delight. It's just like he can make that, and that's why they make the Jimmy trade, right? Like they were such a train wreck last year. They were desperate.
Right.
Desperate to do something for Steph.
But that's what I don't want the Heat to do that. Because that would seem like a desperation move. And it'd be like a move saying, hope it works out.
And you guys know me. I love whaling. I do. But there's such an unknown with this team right now, and a good unknown. We got to just kind of feel it out. Like we don't know what the ceiling of this is. We don't know if this is going to work in the playoffs. We all of it's just like, hey, let's just feel this out. We'll see what the future holds. Does Tyler fit into this? Does Norman get extended? What do we do? I don't know if the Heat are, like, if they're killing it in the trade deadline and there's another move to make that they think it over top, maybe. But I kind of feel like, as they probably were plotting, like, no, let's see what this year is. Let's see how far we go. Then we'll figure out our pieces and make our move in the summer. That's kind of how I feel like it's going to go.
It needs to be, any moves that are made need to start with this phrase, active participant.
And also, you're also coming off such a deal win this summer, right? Like you just got Norman Powell for peanuts. You're going to be, and the Heat have already, I've already been critical of them being a little too gun shy on some trades because they've been looking for the perfect move.
Then why are you so against Anthony? This seems right up your alley.
He's just it's
you have your limit.
It's too much money. It's too many injuries, and he wants more money.
And who you have to give away.
And you have to give away a lot. Yeah, like
you don't want to give Khalil away, and you probably don't want to give up Nico.
No, why would we say crazy things? I love those guys.
Because those are the guys being sent to Dallas.
Well, that's the other thing. It's like how much do they expect to get? Because they're going to be like sitting here. I would imagine Dallas has to turn the Anthony Davis move into something that makes you, now nothing's going to make you stomach the Luka thing, but something that makes it like a little like what's the weakest antacid that can like a little like a half a Tums to just make you less sick. But nothing's gonna work. Did you guys see yesterday Cooper Flag's mom? I didn't see this when this was going on during our show. Did you see the mom was retweeting stuff like the fans are ruining, the fans are booing Nico Harrison. He's too much of a distraction. Cooper Flag and the team doesn't deserve this. And then she's saying this is absolutely affecting the team. This story is crazy how dysfunctional it was over there. Could you imagine if they didn't get Cooper Flag, though?
I mean, listen, there had to be a wink.
There had to be. There's no way that lottery was on the up and up.
Right. Because I had a conversation with my boy yesterday. And he's like, there's no way that Nico, they just made him the scapegoat. And I'm like, is he really the scapegoat? Or is he a guy that, gambled and lost?
There's part of me that thinks the Lakers are so important to the NBA's brand of having the next star because they always end up with the next star, that whatever franchise loses that star to the Lakers gets a wink.
Yeah.
AD goes to the Lakers, they get Zion. Now we got Luka, they get Cooper Flag with a 0.8% chance.
Is it that Adam Silver realized superstars need to be in LA? Because remember, David Stern didn't allow Chris Paul to go to the Lakers. He put the kibosh on that.
Yeah, but also like I think David Stern had a little bit more FU to that, like, and also, and they were at a point where you remember that, like, they owned the Hornets at that point. They didn't get bought out by the Saints owner yet, so they were in a little bit of a weird position. So,
or maybe he wanted the Clippers.
I remember
he wanted the second team in LA to be popular as well.
Yeah, and also they had the big three had just happened, and so like a lot of owners were pissed. Remember they had to change the CBA. You had Dan Gilbert saying collusion, you know. So there was that too. But I don't know, dude. It felt very Frozen ping pong ball-y when this all went down with the Cooper Flag thing.
Right.
You know?
Well, because they thought they were saved.
Right. And he's a kid. He's not even just he's basically should be out of high school.
Pretty much.
You know? And you're sitting here like, oh, put this kid in this situation. You got street clothes and Kyrie's coming off a torn ACL. Klay Thompson is washed. Not a great recipe there.
Right.
You know? So, but that's crazy. And then did you see the other story about the fan? So there was this fan who was in a Luka Lakers jersey, Leroy, sitting with the owner the night that it happened, like the game before on Monday. And the guy, apparently the kid, the story goes that the kid is a season ticket. His dad's a season ticket holder, so they have season tickets pretty close to the bench, right? Yeah. And so the kid, he's not a kid. I think he looked like 18, 19, you know, old enough to know better, gives the owner the finger, right? And so the dad tells him, "Hey, you're banned. You're not going to games anymore. You don't behave like that. You're behaving like a knucklehead." So the kid's like, "I'm gonna go apologize to the owner." Apparently went up, asked security, and the security allowed him to sit next to the owner and apologize. And in the midst of, while wearing a Luka Lakers jersey, by the way, and in the midst of the apology, the guy apparently was like, you know, "I didn't realize what a mistake this was." And that was apparently a catalyst to them just saying, "We're done with the Nico Harrison thing."
Hey, this is all BS.
Well, because he knew that fan wasn't wrong because he wanted to do that too.
Well, here's my problem. Here's the problem, right? Ain't no way Nico Harrison is just going to do that trade without getting the okay from ownership.
Well, here's how this works. You don't necessarily have to get the okay, but you have to justify doing it, right? And so you could hear in all the stuff that he was saying, right? That's probably what he was telling the owner, and the owner bought it.
Right. But also, and the owner who the owners who won a casino and it's been thinking about, there's been rumors that they might move the team to Vegas, also probably didn't want to have the fact that they're nearly going to have to pay this guy $500, maybe $750 million.
Right. Like there's a listen,
right. So
there was a lot to that discussion.
Right. So then the owner can't be now, "Oh, I didn't know I made such a big mistake." Get the hell out of here. What are you talking about?
You didn't realize Luka Doncic was a big deal?
Like you didn't know
listen.
He just took you to the finals the year before. If you had a problem with him, if you had a problem with the way he was
say it in the offseason.
Say it in the offseason. But it seemed to me they were making moves or they were doing things to make it uncomfortable for him.
Or just deal with his problems. Like, who cares? He got to the finals, okay, because he likes beer.
Hookah and beer away.
You don't take away. You don't take away a Slovenian.
The other problem is Vlad. You are right about this part. It's easy for me to sell an unfavorable move when I attach $250 million to it.
Yeah, I mean,
because when you have that much money that you're talking about, somebody is more inclined to listen to reasons why not to pay that money.
Yeah, well, I bet if he's looking at his accounts now, I bet they ain't as good as they were with Luka there.
Because I'm sorry, if I'm giving a guy $250 million, $1 billion, or $500 million because he was there for the Supermax, guess what? He's gonna have some say in a lot of things that goes on with the team.
I do love a nefarious,
especially in basketball.
Especially in basketball,
I do like a nefarious owner relocation though, kind of like Major League. You just try and make them so bad that now they got to go to Vegas.
Well, I mean, look, dude is, I mean, I'm trying to figure out what was a worse move, and I know it was. We had this conversation before, but Saquon leaving and going win a championship, and Luka leaving, and I don't know if he's gonna win a championship, but you ain't even close to that.
It's Saquon
anymore.
It's Saquon.
I don't know.
It's Saquon. I'll tell you why. It was the vision and the owner. It's like, I hope he doesn't go to the Eagles.
That was really bad.
I
can't believe
the owner's like even telling him.
How did that guy keep his job?
Go to the Eagles.
How did Joe Shane keep his job? I don't understand that.
Classic case of
how's that not fired on site?
One of us got to go.
Hey, here's what he did. He sacrificed a body so that he could stay alive.
Streets need a body.
Take a break. We're back with more of this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy back with you here on FM 104.3 WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. Jameis Winston, he's starting for the Giants this week.
It's over, Russell.
It's over, Russ.
Over, dude.
That's how I got it.
It's over, dude. They tried. Who is the who is the interim coach for the Giants? I don't even know. You have any idea?
Mike Kafka.
Okay. Russell Wilson, man. You think he's done, or you think he?
He's done.
Does he grab on one more person? Is going to try and squeeze something out of that grape?
Well, here's the thing. He's unlike Joe Flacco. He loves his family.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, Joe Flacco loves his family. I just say that because he's just been getting beat
He doesn't
up.
like to spend time with his
But
family.
it doesn't seem like he doesn't like to spend time with him.
His kid seems like a bit of a troll. He's wearing Tyreek Hill jerseys when he's playing for the Jets.
They want to meet Tyreek Hill instead of see their dad play. You're not the cheater. But yeah, I think it's Rap City for him. Unless he's gonna be, he will fully accept being a backup quarterback.
And then even then, do you?
Well, that's the Giants' fault for bringing him in, thinking he was going to be a starter.
Right.
Well, I think they did exactly what they wanted when they drafted.
Yeah, but sometimes, look, there's situations where a veteran comes in, right, and he's playing well, so you just stick with it. You know, you look at a situation like Sam Darnold. He wasn't brought in there to be a starter, and he ended up starting and doing really well. So when you see this, when you look at Daniel Jones, you look at Mac Jones, you look at even Joe Flacco, right? A lot of teams are thinking, hey, I can draft a young guy, bring in a vet, and if he doesn't have to play the first year, then we're good. But they must have already knew because they brought in Jameis and they brought in Russ. So, they must have already knew. Hopefully one of these two works out.
And there's just a thing with Jameis where it's just like, our team's going to suck. We've lost three of our best players. Just vibes. Everybody likes playing for Jameis. You're going to get the fun speeches every week. You'll win a couple of, I bet you he wins. Who they play this week? They play this week?
The Packers, who need a win.
This Le Fleur. It's a little toasty. All of a sudden, you lose a couple games. But is Le Fleur the guy? I don't know. Been tough. Can't come up with any points. Very interesting with Le Fleur.
Le Fleur.
So we'll see. But the thing with Jameis is he's just going to bring, you're going to get great speeches, great vibes, probably 2-2. He's going to get 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, maybe 3-3, maybe 2-3,
30 for 30.
He's new age Flacco, with a little bit more fun on the speeches. Jameis will be a backup forever as long as he wants to.
He has a future in whatever he wants.
Yeah, as long as he wants to keep throwing footballs, he'll be around somebody throwing footballs.
He's going to be the Joe Flacco. He's going to be the new Joe Flacco.
No, it'll be the new Jacoby Brissett.
Well,
he's had more success than Jacoby Brissett. He would go down. He would go down in history as the only 30 for 30.
Jacoby Brissett came back to earth a little bit this week.
Oh yeah, that's kind of how it goes too. We can name 5 quarterbacks. We can name 5 quarterbacks where this happens, right?
Absolutely. You got a little shine on you, and then it runs out.
Because watch the game Jameis has this week. Now the problem is, in fairness to all these guys, right? The problem is that Joe Flacco's throwing to 2 of the top receivers in the league, and nobody else is. I don't care who you put quarterback at Cleveland. Who are they throwing to?
Right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at the Giants. Okay. Right? You can go in as far as you go to Arizona. Ain't nobody separating.
Yeah, Marvin
Harrison Jr. He
just got hurt, didn't he? Or something.
I think so. But he's not one of those guys that separates. He just catches the ball over everybody. So you got to learn how to throw it to a covered guy.
Oh, he didn't get hurt. He had appendicitis.
Oh
Yikes.
man, that sucks. That hurts. I had that in college.
Did you?
Yeah.
Emergency?
Uh,
Is there any other kind?
yeah. Well, they could remove it or it could burst, and you have to have emergency surgery.
Did they get so it was just in pain? They got it out before it burst.
Yeah.
Mm.
And I'm always like, we got a lot of body parts we don't need.
We'll take a break. Get to our favorite Wednesday game. Rats off a ship is next. Oh, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Tobin and Leroy here with you on FM 104.3 WQAM. Sports Talk on WQAM, presented by Paramount Plus. You can't count on much, but you can always count on Sundays with the NFL and CBS on Paramount Plus. Watch your local NFL game live every Sunday all season long. Visit ParamountPlus.com/NFL to get started today. Oh, hello, Jennifer.
Hello, Jennifer.
How you doing, guys?
Hola.
Not sure how I feel about the new background. I got to be honest with you. It's a little too not you.
How is it not me?
I don't know. It feels like we stuck you in corporate, you know? Like, I don't know. You're more rock and roll. I don't know. It feels like I'm waiting for you to give us an Odyssey tutorial on how not to be silly.
I'm sorry.
What's
I don't
with
know
that
what
wall?
to say.
Why is it so business-like?
How is it business? I don't understand why you're saying
Leroy, am I
that.
crazy here?
It is very
Cubicle. Cubicle.
Yeah, you look like you're in a box.
Yeah, you look like you're in a cubicle.
Well, I'm sorry to say that.
Does Scooby like it?
Scooby's in another room now, so.
Oh, now we know why. He's a rock and roll puppy. What do you have today for Rats Off a Ship?
Well, first we have Sandy Alcántara staying with the Marlins.
Oh, dude.
We have Peter Bendix on MLB Network.
Our boy, Peter Bendix. Some call him Triple B. We won't say what the full name is. You guys can figure it out. All right, but he was
Sorry,
on...
I just froze.
Oh, it's okay. Peter Bendix was on MLB Network discussing Sandy Alcántara. This was when asked about it by MLB.
Here's the plan for Sandy Alcántara. He's under contract this year, club option the year after. What's the plan?
You know, Sandy started the season slowly, but really in the second half of the year, we saw the version of him that we know is in there, the version of him that won a Cy Young. I'm really optimistic about what version of him is going to show up next year, and he brings so much to the organization on and off the field. He's a pleasure to watch pitch and a really great human.
Yeah, so he's a number one, worse than number two, depending on, post-surgery. Do you think your winning curve will coincide with him being there?
You know, I think we're trying to be as good as possible as soon as possible. And we're trying to build an organization that compete for the playoffs, compete for the World Series year in and year out. That's been the goal since day one. I think we made tremendous progress as an organization towards that goal this year. I'm excited for us to continue to make progress next year and beyond.
All right. I mean, it's a whole lot of nothing from Peter Bendix. I mean, he did the dance very well over there with who the hell's that guy? That's Brian. What's his name?
Brian Kenny.
Brian Kenny. Yeah. Brian Kenny. He did the dance well. I'm not rats off a ship on Sandy being on the Marlins to start the season. I feel like they got a couple top prospects that are going to come up this year, and then they might feel more comfortable about doing it mid-season, hoping to get a desperate team who wants to bolster. Obviously, there's a little bit of a risk.
So we can see another Marlin win a chip?
Well, I mean, that is what it is. I don't know what to tell you, dude.
Like,
but
when are we here is my question in baseball.
When are we where?
Here. So at some point, to win a championship, you need certain types of players, right? If every time a player gets to that point where he's a championship player and you get rid of him, when are we here? When are we to the point where, okay, we have a team that can compete? We're just going to ride out. I don't need them to make trades to bolster those opportunities.
Right.
But if you keep getting rid of your talent, when are you ever going to be there?
Yeah, I would say with him, though, I think their two best prospects are probably White and Snelling, who are they think can't miss pitching guys. So they're going to probably bring him up, put it with Ayoade up in the rotation. I mean, if they can get a haul, especially somebody positional that they can.
All they're going to get is more prospects.
Well, that's the game, dude. That's the playpen they're in. They don't have money.
No, I understand that, but it still brings me to my point. When are we here? When are we to the point? Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay.
I don't think so. They might be there. They had
I
a good year this
understand.
year.
I understand everything you're saying, but it just seems like with this team, we've seen more guys go to teams that compete for a championship.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, okay, we had those guys. We didn't really get nothing in return. And now we're here. Like, and now you have Sandy. I get the whole thing with pitching.
Nothing in return. Like for the Jazz trade, though, they didn't get nothing in return. Like Jazz, they got a really good hitting catcher, and not a very good catcher, but he's a really good hitter in Ramirez.
He's a hitter that plays catcher.
They did great with the Rodgers trade. Stowers got hurt at the end of last year. Like there are building blocks that finally look like they're there. Now they either need to put Ramirez over at first base, or they need to find a first baseman who can mash.
Put the catcher.
Find
the catcher. Catcher's hard to find.
It is hard to find.
Especially when, remember back in the day, catcher and shortstop wasn't required to be hitters.
Yes.
And now it's like it's done. Like everybody got a hit.
But I'm not rats off a ship. I think he starts the year with the fish. You?
I'm not rats off a ship, but my rats are concerned.
Skeptical rats.
Yeah, I'm skeptical rats because I don't know.
Rats off a ship.
Like, yeah, you say he's made a lot of good moves, but at some point, those guys are going to have to perform. And when they do perform, are we in the same situation we were with Sandy? And that, let's see if we can flip this guy for this.
Jennifer, where are your rats?
I'm not rats off a ship also.
Dancing rats on the boat. Vlad?
Yeah.
I'm rats off a ship.
He wants him on the Yankees.
Of course I do.
It's a selfish thing.
Of course.
This is just what you're trying to poach him.
So wait a minute. I'm pulling a Tobin? You're upset at me for doing what you would do?
Fair play.
Yeah. I really wanted him. Hey, we're not gonna have to shoot Vlad with a tranquilizer gun.
He's been eyeing Sandy for 2 years.
Absolutely.
It's like, when is it time?
And then when you look at so many of these big time teams that spend a lot of money, they've struggled with pitching in the postseason. I mean, the Dodgers won; they had no bullpen.
Yeah, but they have every starter known to man.
They got a Shohei.
Well, you know what they did? The last game they just used all their starters.
Yeah,
they won.
Yep.
They'll probably go get somebody else too. I'm just saying, Bendix, go get me the polar bear, dude. 1 year, 30 mil.
You think that guy's going to sign a 1 year, $30 million deal?
I feel like you should face the other side. There you go.
There
you go. That way.
Come on, Bendix. It's getting irresponsible.
That would be like, I'm not signing no 1 year deals.
That's
wasting money.
A lot of players do, though. A lot of players, if they can't get the big deal, like they'll have their agents. They'll be all right, just do a 1-and-1. You know,
right?
What's number 2, Jennifer?
Well, aside from you, we have somebody else who wants Ja Morant in Miami.
I take umbrage with that. I didn't say I want Ja Morant.
My goodness, stop it! Why do you do that? Why do you say things and then you kind of softly backtrack without fully admitting what you said? You wanted Ja Morant. Stop.
I don't know that I want Ja
Morant. How he hides his face too.
I don't know that I want Ja Morant. I mean,
Now listen to him wiggling.
Well, aside from you, we have Kevin Garnett wanting him here in Miami.
I actually thought Ja to Miami. You know why? Because
culture.
Let me tell you something.
That makes sense.
Miami got some structure.
Yeah.
You just ain't down there doing what
it might be good.
You down there in some real structure. They're making you a professional. Matter of fact, Miami might be one of the last of the Mohicans when it comes to this, bro. You hear what I'm saying? They might be the last to have real culture to where when you come in, you're actually better. That's why I think Zion needs to go, bro.
Boston's in there too. Boston got culture.
Boston got culture.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about when you see an immediate impact. If Miami gets to summer with you, you come into the year looking better. Your body gonna be better. Yeah. Your mentality gonna be better. Yeah. Whatever they pumping down in the 305, bro, that's working.
Yeah.
Because you go down there thinking it's one thing, and that structure and that culture, you forget about the ex-players that's in there, that's in the office, the ex-coaches that used to play for the whole system, Quinn and You hear what I'm saying? All those guys, they come from that.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, that's why I would like to see him. Ja needs some structure, some culture of something that's going. He ain't never seen this, right? He never seen this type of front office.
Him and Bam would be a good pairing together.
Man,
too.
bro, that'd be scary. Southern boys playing together. They both love basketball. They both are gym junkies. You know what I'm saying? That's what you want.
Wow.
So
he makes a case.
I was all listen.
Case, does he not?
I was good. There you go.
What?
Listen to that.
Very interesting. Big
Foot on
ticket.
the table now, Tobin?
Wow.
Foot on the table, huh?
Very
Hey.
interesting.
You know what? I was in until the snake threw in Boston.
Oh,
Talking about
my
I'm like,
goodness.
that makes me
no.
Why did he have
I'm
to
like,
do
listen,
that?
I didn't hear none of it. I was rats off a ship as soon as he said that. Because in no way, shape, or form is heat culture like Boston culture. It's not.
It was so great that Paul Pierce had to sit through that soliloquy, and he's just like, Boston has a culture too, Kevin.
Y'all had what? They've had 4 coaches in the time that Spo has been the coach.
They've had Doc, Brad Stevens,
4.
Ime Udoka.
Yeah, they're 4 coaches.
4 coaches.
Yeah,
Udoka got horny.
Yeah.
They had to let him go.
Stevens decided to become general manager.
Stevens getting general manager, and then
And
Missoula.
And Doc's time was done, and Missoula won a title. Okay.
Right. So like, what are we talking about? That culture.
They
ain't
have
the
a winning
same.
they have a winning culture. That's what he's trying to say as well.
Do they though?
No,
like,
look,
what is their
Do you
identity?
have question? Do you have a winning culture because you won? That
You have, a
doesn't.
winning you have a winning culture because you've won, and every coach that has joined your team has continued winning.
Where's their culture
Doc,
this year?
Right? Doc, since Spo has been the head coach, Doc won, right?
Yeah.
Brad Stevens won.
I think he won the year before he became coach, didn't he?
Well, he got to the finals. He was winning.
He did get to the finals.
Brad Stevens was winning, just couldn't beat LeBron, right?
Well,
just couldn't get past the Eastern Conference.
It's not winning though.
Ime was winning.
Spo beat
He
him
was just
more.
too horny.
He was too horny.
And Missoula's been winning, and he actually won an NBA title and been to 2 NBA finals.
Injury ring though.
It's not like heat culture, but they have a winning culture. So if he wants to say he needs to be in a winning culture, he can point out.
Why
his
wouldn't Paul
franchise.
Pierce mention Boston then?
He doesn't want to lose his tickets. He doesn't want to lose access.
I mean, Kevin Garnett's like, he's sitting here, and Paul Pierce like, shut up. Not rats off a ship. Just because it was a great take. I don't necessarily know if I want Ja Morant, but I do appreciate.
You're such a liar.
I do appreciate a good argument. Great job by Kevin Garnett. Not rats off a ship, Leroy.
I told you I'm rats off a ship as soon as he said Boston.
Hey, are you rats off a ship for him having Ja go to Miami, or you're just rats off the ship because he just mentioned Boston? Because that was the question. The question was,
I'm rats off a ship because here's the thing. Most of the guys that come to Miami, and this is what Miami has been good with, already have that heat culture in them, right? They don't have any reclamation projects that they bring in. And to say that Ja would fit heat culture, you're saying that the Heat would have to fix him. And I don't want to take a chance hoping that they could fix him, because if they can't and he still does boneheaded things and childish things, then the price that you would have to pay for him is going to set you back.
That's another thing too. Like this is one of those where, like, if the price is right, and I don't know, I understand Memphis would want a haul for him because he's their guy, and I'm just like, I don't know. Again, it kind of goes to the whales that are out there right now, the so-called whales. Everybody has either baggage or big question marks, and if these teams are like, hey, we want the Desmond Bain deal, I'm like, no, thank you.
So let me let's put it this way. Who would you think it would be closer to heat culture that wouldn't require as much work? Zion or Ja?
Ja would take less.
both immature.
Right.
Yeah,
See
but
what I'm
one
saying?
thing-
But
but
think and Tobin, I'm gonna put this to you because you're the one that changes with the win.
That's not true.
Think of the assets you're gonna have to give up. Now let me ask you, is it worth it?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that if there was one that I could see flaming out and they're just like, hey, just take him, I think it would be Zion. And if you're telling me if I could take Zion on a flyer, then yeah, I would be interested in that. I would be
Yeah,
interested in that.
but with Desmond Bain going for what he did, like
Yeah, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up that much for him.
And he signed a max extension too.
His extension's a little wonky though, because he has a lot of outs because of his injury past. Like that's
again.
Ja
so that injury past, like doing knucklehead stuff.
Yeah, he's
Come on,
immature.
man.
He's a
You
small
would sign
guard.
up for that?
It would have to be like, if I'm not saying the Norman Powell deal because it's probably unrealistic, but if there's is there a path where it's like a player and a pick? I think about it. I think there's think about it for the Ja Morant.
I just he misses a lot of games to injury too.
That's a serious concern.
So forget
Explosiveness,
you got the double whammy, injuries and knucklehead.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of these,
and just think of what you just got past, and think of I remember the words of Pat Riley. He said, "I need active participants."
True.
And you're gonna sign a guy with those issues?
But has he ever been in heat shape though?
No, he's never. But he's a small dude now.
I mean, small guys can be in shape, and he still.
I mean, no, but I'm saying he still breaks down. I mean, even being in heat shape.
That's what I'm saying. He's never, to me, as great and as athletic as he is, I don't think he's ever been.
His body has never been
ideally with
right.
This,
you know what I'm saying?
And I think ideally with this team, the thing they really honestly need, they need more rebounding off the bench. Like if you're talking about things that are real fits for this team,
and
like
Zion's not a rebounder.
And that's I don't think either of those guys are necessarily like I know everyone's gonna look to the Heat and they're like they need the go-to guy. And
Here,
I'm like,
besides the name and the highlight reels that they produce, from a Heat perspective, are those guys with who you gonna have to give up? Are those guys gonna be the difference makers when you still gonna have the same problems?
Yeah, not if you have to give up a haul.
So you don't do it.
If there's a Norm Powell-ish, hey, just get it off our hands. We don't want to deal with it anymore.
If there's a big that somebody wants to get rid of,
I think that's of course a thing the Heat will listen to if there's a deal that's too good to be true. But I think if you're asking to give up Kalel, and if it's the Kalels, the Wares, the Jaimes, plus one of your salaries.
Why would you give up rebounding? You gonna give up rebounding for a point guard?
I'm just saying, like, if those are the stipulations, I think the Heat are going to be super. I don't think the Heat are doing it for guys like that.
I think at some point they might add a pure rebounder, like a guy that comes off the bench for another team, and he's a bona fide rebounder, and then you can keep Kalel moving forward, and then have some other kind of rebound because they tried to do it with Vlad Golden, right?
Yeah, he's just not ready.
Right. Golden. Okay.
Vladislav.
Better.
So you see what I mean? So like when you make trades, at least trade somebody that fits, what you need, because they have scoring, right? They have 3-point shooting. The thing that they don't have is rebounding. And, Kalel is coming along, but when Kalel's not in the game, you look god-awful small.
Yeah. And I don't know who the guys are that are out there right now available that fit that mold. That's rare. I think everybody wants more rebounding and size, and I don't know who's going to become available.
But just a guy they have guys, and it's crazy because you see teams with guys on the court, all they do is rebound. They don't score no points. They just get a couple of offensive rebounds and putbacks. That's how they score. We don't have that guy.
We're up against it. Got to take a break. Back after this. All right, welcome back, everybody. Tobin and Leroy here with you. Leroy, can we get a weather update, please?
Oh, yeah. What beautiful mornings.
Brought to us by Chill Zone AC, featuring reliably root AC systems. Make your AC great again. Visit chillzoneac.com.
All right. Looking outside right now, it's partly cloudy. Just a slight breeze in the air, maybe 5 miles an hour. Gusting a little bit higher than that because I see some trees moving. Winds are coming out of the northeast, and the temperature is right around 70. What a beautiful morning and day.
How do you do?
73 degrees. The wind gusts is up to 15 miles per hour.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yes, it's blowing east to west.
It could be.
No, I'm sorry. No, it's blowing northeast. I'm sorry.
Northeast.
Yes, the wind is at 10 miles per hour. Gusts at 15. Direction is 55 degrees northeast.
Well, there you go. It's golfer, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get to our headlines, brought to you by Doral Kia, home of the Pricito, our lowest price. Visit us at Doral Kia or DoralKia.com. The Heat will be back on the hardwood against the Cleveland Cavaliers tonight. It's the return of Vice Nights, with the brand new court on display for our viewing audience. If you guys haven't seen it, this is a little looky-loo at the brand new Vice court.
Nice.
It's got the
Very nice.
And Vice blue, like palm trees on the outskirts, and then a new Heat Vice logo in the middle. Well done by everybody there.
Think this is the best one, the best court.
Yeah,
it looks very it looks very, very Miami, right?
Looks vibrant.
Yeah.
Looks vibrant. Those are nice jerseys. I'm looking forward to seeing. They also got the patch. I think it's the 20th anniversary of the 2006 title, 2005-2006 title. So they're wearing those, I think, on the shorts. And we'll see if the Heat can keep things going tonight, man. Great performance last time. Andrew Wiggins and Norman Powell are leading the squad, balling out. Jaime Jaquez Jr. My God.
What a great start for him. This is
start.
like day and night, right?
He has been, just an absolute demon getting to the rim. And man, doing a great job getting his teammates involved. I think that was a big thing Spo said in the offseason. Enough of this three-point nonsense. You pass to the three-point shooters. That's what we'll do. And it's just worked like a gem. And then he's made some good defensive plays. He's just playing with a big swagger. It reminds you so much of the first half of his rookie year. And but even I think more decisive, more comfortable, not afraid to crash into bodies. Really, really got to tip your cap to Jaime with all the work that he put in this offseason and getting his mind right, and Spo for finding this right game plan for him, because he's looking excellent. Excellent. And I want to see Kalel build off of that 20 rebound game. Going to get a lot of Jared Allen and Thomas Bryant tonight, I'd imagine.
Yeah. That would,
who else they got? They got Lonzo, who's going to play. They got
Lonzo, DeAndre Hunter, probably.
Is DeAndre Hunter playing? I thought he might have been on the list too. No, Tyson's on the list.
I remember I wanted him.
DeAndre Hunter. He's a nice player.
He's a good player.
He's good. DeAndre Hunter.
Is Juice playing, or is he still hurt?
Nah, he's hurt. He's got a Jones fracture or something like that.
Oh, we know that how that works.
Yeah, that's he's out for a little bit. What do we got here? Oh, I'm sorry. I got confused.
Garland's definitely out for tonight's game because he
Garland's out. Yeah. No, it sounds like Garland messed up the toe. He missed it up in the last.
I told you.
And I feel like Leroy's like the ghost of injuries. Like he'll come at you like Jiminy Cricket, like on your conscience, be like, "I told you to beware of the toe."
Hey, dude, I'm just telling you. All the injuries I had, the hardest thing I had to do was put a shoe on after a toe.
I got confused because Shams tweeted out. I thought this was a mistype because I thought he was talking about Bronny James, but he says Lakers LeBron James.
Oh yeah,
was assigned to the franchise's G League affiliate South Bay today. and he will participate in his first full practice of the season, including 5-on-5 play as he works towards the debut. So is LeBron playing in the G League?
Yeah, he has to
He's
get back.
practicing. He's not playing.
He's not. Might. I mean, that's going to be funny. LeBron in a G League jersey. That's a collector's item.
That is a collector's item. That's like when Jordan wore he had blood on his jersey against the Orlando Magic, and then he wore a different number.
The 4-5?
No. It wasn't a 4-5. It was just blood got on his jersey. He had to get another jersey. I'll find a number.
And they just gave him a blank jersey with no name
on it. A blank jersey with no number. Yeah.
D Sizzle says that Jaime went from plus 750 to the favorite of plus 450 for 6th man of the year. I saw that Wes Goldberg. Shout out to him. He pulled an us with the Khalil Ware thing. I think Wes got him at like plus 2,000 for 6th man.
He wore number 12 on February 14th, 1990. Jordan wore a nameless number 12 jersey against the Magic.
That's cool.
Oh, because no, it wasn't. I'm sorry. I thought it was his nose was bloodied. No, somebody stole his jersey out of his locker.
What?
Oh my goodness.
Yep, in Orlando.
These thieves, man.
Between the morning shoot around, somebody went into the visitors' locker room and stole the jersey.
Well, that's pretty nutty. That's pretty nutty. The Panthers are off today. They're back at it tomorrow against the Caps, and the Dolphins are practicing in Spain. Chopper Robinson was in a non-contact jersey, but Mike McDaniel feels good about him playing. Austin Jackson's practice window has opened off IR. Rasul Douglas seems like he is on his way back and on the mend, so good news there. Aaron Brewer did not practice. I believe Julian Hill did today for the Dolphins.
Hill.
He's back.
I mean, like one of the things that's really frustrating is that they run an offense that's predicated on big-time tight end play. And they've always patchworked it.
I don't mean to be rude here, though, but I love Julian Hill. You guys know that. I've lost a lot of money on him. I kind of like this fake Brunskill tight end thing. It seems like it's got a thing to it, you know? It kind of feels like old
extra lineman.
Yeah.
Like we can't find 5 linemen, but we can get an extra one.
Yeah. Something about it. Something about it.
I hear you.
Mike McDaniel addressing the Spanish media. We'll get some of that there for you.
Hey.
Buckle up, dude.
Hey, I think it'd be hilarious to get the looks.
I can't wait.
Of all the people in the thing that haven't heard Mike McDaniel talk.
We'll take a break. More to come. Back after this. All right, welcome back, you rascals. It's Tobin and Leroy here with you on QAM. Let's get to a little 15 minutes of Game Day Uncensored, brought to you by the Lexus December to Remember sales event. Get offers on select models for a limited time. Learn more at Lexus.com. The Dolphins are in Spain, and Mike McDaniel has been asked, does he like soccer? What do you think he's going to say, Leroy?
That's a good question. I have not been familiar with the football that, I have been around my whole life, but it is the most popular sport in the world. Blah, 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 blah,
My
blah,
kids
blah.
love it.
Well, let's hear what the Dolphins coach had to say.
Adrian Rodriguez-Huber, welcome to Spain, and we wish you a nice stay here.
Well, thank you.
Two quick questions. You know, most of the people, football in Europe is what you guys in America call soccer. Do you have any approach to that sport? And also, after you win last game against the Buffalo Bills, was it psychologically a very important win, this one? And do you believe you will end up with a winning record still?
Well, I think to answer your first question, football. Yes, I'm a avid. I don't think I've missed a World Cup. That's as good as it gets in terms of people from all over the world. Really, I think it kind of flexes the popularity of the sport globally. But in the World Cup, people fighting for their country and only being able to do so every 4 years, that firmly ingrained my passion to the sport. And I'm a fan. I was working with the Houston Texans back my second year in the National Football League, and there was an exhibition of Barcelona was playing. I can't remember who, but it was a pretty cool event, and since then I've kept a close eye on it.
The question was, do you like soccer? Don't give me memory lane.
That's
And
not
he
my
mocked him.
way.
He didn't mock.
Hey,
A little bit
let
of
me
mock.
just tell you.
When he said foot.
I'm gonna say what we normally do in those moments when asking the question. Don't try to use a big word, dog, on the stage like that.
He's trying.
There's always us.
He tried, guys.
He
That's
tried.
Europe.
Huh? He sounded French more than Spanish, didn't he? He really did.
Big word for me, dog.
Mike McDaniel was asked about how much Spanish he uses.
I do my best when interacting with bilingual people who speak English. I'm a very good listener, and I can understand it. But
Rats off a ship.
unfortunately,
Rats off a ship.
What do you mean, dude?
Rats off a ship.
What do you mean?
Wait, how long is left?
Wait.
in this answer?
Wait a minute.
Nancy is tickled.
Let me ask you a question. Who is the one person in this world that if they said they were a good listener based on how they talk, you would laugh?
You could be a good listener.
He could be a good listener. He could be a good listener just because he yammers.
Just because he takes a long time to talk doesn't mean he doesn't take a long time to listen.
But he's going to get his back. You say a lot of words, he's going to get you right back with just as many.
Yeah.
I do the language an injustice when I try to get reps at it. So fortunately, we are fortunately most people that try to speak with me speak fluent English, which is my wheelhouse.
Kinda. That might have been the biggest reach right there, right? When he said
my wheelhouse?
English is my wheelhouse. Mike. English been kicking your ass too, buddy.
For butchering English.
I wonder if the answers would be shorter if he tried it in Spanish. No.
Wow. Well,
hey, what are we doing? What are we doing? Listen, these people don't know Mike like we know him.
there were some hard-hitting questions, though. He was asked, hey, how's life without Chris Grier over there?
Coach McDaniel, Javier Galvez from Marca, and I wanted to ask you, how has the atmosphere been since the departure of former general manager Chris Grier?
Well, I think
kicking everybody's ass.
You get used to in professional sports, things occurring, specifically when your results aren't there. And I think from my standpoint as the head coach of the football team, I think I'm very focused on how we play football and keeping guys focused on that. I think collectively the team did a great job of focusing on what was most important for the foreseeable future, which was the next opponent. And sometimes when there's things that are outside of your control, realistically, the best thing to do is to focus on what you can control. I think that's what the team did, and I think the results were a product of focus and desire, strain, and a collective effort that was very focused on the opponent, the Buffalo Bills, and that's what it will take this week for the Commanders.
Focus. I mean, that was nice and political. How was it without Chris Grier?
I like that answer. There wasn't a lot of ums and ahs. Like it seemed like he knew what exactly
when
wanted to say.
Omar said this, when he knows the question's coming, he can button it up a little bit, but if he doesn't, that's when we get into stutter.
And so everybody's job is to get him a question he didn't expect, so he can do that.
I think if he was truthful, this is how he really feels.
Coach McDaniel, Javier Galvez from Marca, and I wanted to ask you, how has the atmosphere been since the departure of former general manager Chris Grier?
Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. Don't yourself any longer. Come on, shake your body, baby, do that conga. No, you can't control yourself any longer.
Goosies galore.
How
If
long
he
have
was-
you been wanting to press that button?
If he's truthful, that's how he really feels inside. He goes, no more signing injured players. Wow. Can I tell you something, Javier? Wow. Let me tell you. No more. If he's healthy, it feels great. You know what me and Champ Kelly did? The first thing, this is what he truthfully, what we first did? We looked at everybody's injury pass and we tore up their record and we're like, we're never signing these people ever again. That's how I feel. Also, we were staying focused and the football answer. That's how he really felt.
Yeah, I got you.
Tired of this nonsense. He goes, oh, what do you think about Chris Grier not being? How do I feel about Chris Grier not being there? I feel amazing, dude. He tried to sign a guy off a torn Achilles. Gone in 4 snaps.
So that's the one thing when it comes to all these firings and stuff like that. You never really know who's responsible. All the people that know who's responsible are the people in that building. And so when somebody gets fired, we're assuming Chris Grier was behind it all, right? Can we make that assumption based on him being gone before Mike?
Yes.
Okay.
But also he's got a pattern of it. Like
yeah.
he's
long
got
before Mike McDaniel, he's made moves like that.
He's got a philosophy about it. I signed guy. Oh, injury pass.
But see, you have a lot of Chris Grier in you.
What?
Because we can. Let me tell you why. Vlad, hear me out. Hear me out.
I'm being super
Jennifer,
responsible.
Hear me out. You can have a player that has a number of different issues, and you will say, we can get them for the cheapsies. We can get them on the cheap. So you're not far off from that with how you want to bring guys in, because you've said the same thing with Ja and the same thing with Zion. If we can get them on the cheapies,
we didn't get
okay, but you still
we didn't get on the cheapskies.
So
though.
when
Somebody's
those
gotta pay a lot
issues
of assets for,
so when those issues pan out, right, and they are who we thought they were, then you're like, and that's what Chris Grier did.
no,
Grier, yeah,
no.
Really? So you tell me you don't have that same thought?
He signed a lot of people not on the cheapskis who are injured. He doesn't care about cheapskis or not cheapskis.
Tobin, Leroy made a good point. You are the number one guy to try to get somebody on the cheapsies.
Look,
There's a reason why. Wait, you ever notice when you go in and buy something and it's cheap? There's a reason why it's cheap. When you go to buy cheap clothes, it's usually off color or off size.
I actually think
clearance.
I've grown a lot. I think I've grown a lot. I've changed
No,
a
you
lot.
haven't. You just did it 15 minutes ago with Zion and Ja.
It was just all I said was Kevin Garnett made a great point. That's all I said.
Really?
I didn't say I wanted Ja.
You
didn't want Ja.
Oh my
want Zion.
Why do you say, dude, -1 for lying? Blatant disregard for the truth.
-1.
Come on. You know what you did. You know what you did. You know what you did. And now that I put a little Chris Grier tag
You've
on
been
it.
on this for quite some time, Tobin.
Dude,
Yeah.
I have not said go get Ja Morant at all costs. I'm just saying it's as intriguing. That's all.
Then why are you trying to play support clips?
It's rats off a ship.
From the ops. From the ops.
Jennifer picks the clips.
Yes. As
you're
much as you hate Kevin Garnett, you go,
Hold on. That clip was funny because it made Paul Pierce miserable. That's one. It also kind of sounds like Kevin Garnett always wishes he was in Miami.
There it is.
Kind of sounds like that.
Hey,
Second of all,
just own it.
I can just
Own being Chris Grier.
You know, too many times in this world we turn off our listening just because of who's making the point. Nobody wants to reach across the aisle anymore. So I heard from the other party. I said, wow, KG makes some sound points. Will I absolutely go in for Ja Morant? Not necessarily, but I'll hear him out. He's the big ticket.
Oh boy.
Look at you.
What? Don't need anybody. Right now, I'm happy with what I got. I got Simone Fontecchio, baby. The gondola. Mama Tria.
Ja Morant or the gondola?
Right now, the gondola.
Hey.
Every time he comes in, just an automatic. He's got an automatic 12 for me. Immediately.
That you are a piece of work.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm naming this hour Tobin's. It's really Chris Grier.
It's not fair though, dude. Take a break. Back after this. If you guys are wondering, I just spoke to Mark Hochman, still upset about the vending machines from yesterday. He has been upset because our vending machines here are empty. Now I don't use the vending machines very often.
He's right. Listen, they've been slacking on their pimping, man.
I don't understand this. Like, who isn't that usually a company? Why would that company stop wanting to make money?
Maybe we're not paying. Maybe we're cheap. Because
I saw them like about a week and a half ago refilling though.
Refilling what? Because it's
a vending machine.
It looks like I Am Legend over
People
here.
need to stop using it.
Nobody. Well, I mean, first of all, they don't even have the good stuff anymore. There's no more Skittles, no more Twix, no more than
This is why Leroy has to have snack stations.
Thank
all over
God
the
for
place.
JFig. Thank you, JFig.
For what?
The desk station?
For the Halloween candy that she stored and hid from everybody.
Well, I mean, I have a desk. I might as well, use it for some good. Hide the snacks.
Well, he's really upset because they don't have Coke Zero. I feel like I just want to buy him a 12-pack of Coke Zero so he can have it. But knowing the thieves around here, they'll probably douse through them in, a matter of a day. This is why Leroy has to lockbox the cream and the for the coffee.
What we should do is get a little small fridge for just WQAM and then put it in that far back corner next to the production studio where no one actually sees what's going on back there.
Has Hochman tried the bit where he yells at Galen? Like that's where he just yells out, "Hey, Galen!"
No, I doubt it.
Glenn would be like, I don't know. Maybe you shouldn't be snacking so much.
Stay south with a funny one.
Wow. Wow. They have it in the kitchen.
Did you get the delivery?
Yes, I got it that night.
Where's our Celsius delivery?
Yeah, where's the Celsius?
Dude, I'm telling you that people are slacking on their pimping. That's it.
We should have all these tutorials they send me to do. Like, why don't we just do a in-person tutorial if we're all gonna be here? It's enough already. And this Galen, he just sits there. He's never asking, do we want the vending machine fixed? Let's get it fixed. I don't see what the big issue is.
If you want to stay all the time, might as well give us some snacks, We get hungry.
Especially, guys like myself and Dan Day who live here.
Right. You need a supply chain.
You would think, maybe leave these guys some food in the vending machine in case they got to get hungry after being here for 18 hours.
First of all, that vending machine's 50-50 if it's going to put in the right coordinates anyway.
It doesn't even take the right. Sometimes you can't even use your card.
It's crazy. So I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel bad for Hochman though. That's tough. That's tough.
Now we have to go downstairs and pay $20 for whatever we want.
That's true. That's true.
Oh my goodness.
I got highway robbed at the Vice City Bean yesterday. They were like $7 for a cold brew. I'm like, you kidding me? Like this is like and you want to know what the thing that's they don't even hide it from you because she did this thing, right? And I really do like Vice City Bean. They make good coffee, right? So if you like good coffee, go to Vice City Bean, but be prepared to pay a lot and get a little, because I asked for the cold brew. So it's a typical grande glass that she gives me, but she puts in like that much coffee, like a wee bit of coffee, and then just chalks it full of ice. And then has the audacity to charge me $7 for it. And I'm like, are you high as a kite, Yogi? That'll be the last time I go there for a while. They make great coffee, but I feel like I was
out of curiosity, why is that building closed on Mondays?
I have no idea.
Makes no sense.
No idea. I guess just because of all the I imagine there's a lot of partying done here on Sunday, so they need a recovery day.
No.
I don't know. I'm just guessing.
Recovery day.
I don't know. Schmeathan says pay a lot, get a little was the Chris Grier era. I got Chris Griered by the I overpaid. I paid for a Tehran Armstead cold brew.
Well, that happens in a lot of places too. I feel like there's videos out there that show whatever size coffee you get at, let's say, Starbucks.
Yeah, they put the same amount.
It's the same amount. Just more ice.
Not my Miami Shores Starbies. They don't do that to me.
Okay.
That's why people go into like McDonald's burger. Give me a Coke with no ice. I want my full.
I do like a lot of ice. I do enjoy a lot of
I
ice.
love ice.
I love ice too, but at this point, like you're getting less than what you want.
But I'm just like, sheesh. I'm like, dude, you know, can I? What else? What do you got to pawn something to get my next cup? What do we got to do here? Vice City Bean. Goodness gracious. Those jerk wings, though, I'll pay top dollar for those.
What,
Whatever whatever I pay is a bargain. Those things are delicious.
You don't pay nothing.
I didn't not last time. I have paid before. I've bought my wings before. I told you about those wings.
Wait,
hold on. I
have never come into work and you say, "Hey, what do you want for lunch?" I'm buying.
You want me to? I'll get you lunch tomorrow.
No. I'm not gonna ask. I feel dirty.
Well,
Tomorrow we have Thanksgiving.
You don't feel that dirty because you brought it up.
Tomorrow
we have
is what?
Thanksgiving. You don't have to
Tomorrow
bring
the Thanksgiving dinner. Well, lunch.
Oh, so the potluck?
Yeah.
Potluck,
Say
yes.
that I'm not working.
Hey,
why not the potluck so early?
I don't know.
During our show.
Thanksgiving. Well, that's
everything
that's
happens during
that's
our
not
show.
Always. Oh.
But the potluck is always like 2 weeks. Like, are people taking a week before vacation?
I don't know.
No, because isn't Thanksgiving like the final week in November?
This guy thinking he invented the jerk wings is hilarious.
Who?
You think you discovered them?
I didn't say no. I did not say that. The whole conversation was you said I buy chicken. I'm like,
I said I would pay whatever. Now, here's the thing that always happens, sir. You get very hungry.
That's an understatement.
And like, I'm just saying, for whatever reason, it always catches you by surprise in the middle of the show. And you're like, 10:05 hits, you're like, we got to eat.
No,
so you have, so here's what happens. And today I struggle with it this morning. When I'm at home, Mima will say, "Hey, you want breakfast?" She'll make me a nice egg and cheese and bacon sandwich.
Oh.
Right? Delicious. When I go to work, keep in mind, I get up at like 5 a.m. and go to the gym so I can make it through the day.
Early.
Right. So sometimes, depending on the old people at the gym, because that's the early people, they mess around and you can't get through everything you need to get through in a timely manner. So now I'm rushing.
The old take their time.
Okay, so I'm up at 5. I get to the gym at like 5:45. I'm there for a couple of hours. Then I come home, take a shower, whatever. If it gets delayed, then I'm getting home at 8:30. Now I got to shower and go.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times that's what happens. And I get in, and because I've been rushing, I didn't realize that I'm a little bit hungry. Then the show starts, or hell, I'm gonna be honest with you, I can see a commercial with somebody eating, and then it just hits me.
The TV
right?
box. We got nothing to the TV.
And normally I could get a coffee, and if I drink coffee, that'll hold me over. Right? But
coffee has been a little bit on the DL lately.
yeah, we got 17 coffee machines.
None of them work.
The red one works.
Schmeathan says, which intangible at the studio is bringing the potato salad with raisins?
Oh,
that'd be over.
Wait.
So I got the list. I got the list of what
So
we have.
Mima cooked, right?
Name
Mima
it,
cooked
name
the
it.
other day, and she made risotto with chicken, with the capers or whatever, and then she had a little side salad, like a slaw type salad, and I started putting it on my plate, and I'm like, intangibles did it to me again. And Mel said, "What are you talking about? There's raisins in this. Like, I don't need raisins in my salad."
Maybe we could do a segment from the potluck tomorrow, or can we do a live show from the potluck?
I can do it on the phone.
Can we?
I do it on the phone. I'm down here at potluck. It's crack-a-lacking, baby.
Leroy, you cannot do it from the phone because the second you see food, you're gonna drop the phone and get like 2 plates.
eating.
All we need is some Wi-Fi. We can do it for a
You
segment.
know what's crazy? I get this. And every time you go down to eat, what do you ask? Come with me.
Okay, but that's not what I said though. I said that you cannot be on the phone because you will not hold the phone the entire time.
Sure I will.
Let's bring.
I can do one-handed plate.
Can you bring a microphone tomorrow? We could just do we could do a segment from the potluck.
We can do it from my phone. I have little mics.
We don't have to do the phone. I can just bring my computer. I can plug in my mic, but if you can get one more, that would be better.
Okay, I can use this one too.
That way we can do live scenes from the potluck.
I have my computer too.
Yeah, so bring it in tomorrow.
Yeah. All right.
All right. We'll tell you that's it. We'll take a break for the day.
Wow.
Hockman, Crowder, and Solana, they're coming on up. You guys can enjoy them. And we will talk to you rascals tomorrow.